Lord. We got Brownie and right at the bright of dawn. What's going on, my brother? I hope you are having an absolutely sensational weekend thus far. Philly Hershey, you survived the 103-year-old demon slayer. Guten Tag, Deathstriker Louise, Pierre Potassium, J986789. Let's go, alright! Undertaker rebound! Cody time! I got a story for... The custom beard Undertaker rebound! Dr. Brian, Cody Countdown! Let's go, Lord! March fucking up! Yo, Cody. Thank you again so much for hating on Much the brain! Let's go, Lord! We go to me of the urban royalty! So we're going to play this on in the Lord, baby! Sailor Night! Sailor Beam! Dev Strider! Going fishing on one of Michigan's Great Lakes tomorrow? Yo! What are you going to catch over there this time of the year, huh? How are you, baby? 6 a.m. Much love, yo. You know what they say? Sundays are sensational. Sundays are sensational. And we need to state them off with the bang, baby! We got the Solar Knights and Legendary. Jack says, least ripped Elden Ring play. What up, lad? Ervile, how the fuck are ya? Yo, give me the good news, P4. Give me the good news. Yeah, what do you mean you'll try? What, you can't take a fatal right there on the boots then? Yeah, we need the crazy study from last night, Philly Hershey. Let's get it keyed off, lad. Is Retta safe at 17? I would say no, nothing, including aspirin, including Gatorade, including creatine, pre-workouts. I would say nothing at all is safe for anybody at 17 for liability reasons. Started off my birthday by beating Promise Croissant after 16 hours. Let's go, bloody! Even creatine. Yeah, because here's the thing. If you're a minor, I'm sure you're not talking about yourself. I'm sure you're just asking like a little brother or something. But if you are a minor, and say you need to lose body fat because a doctor is telling you like, yo, right now at this point in your life, you're overweight and medically I'm recommending that you lose weight for you. I say, why did you tell me? I try my best. Why would you tell me that, bro? Why would you tell me? Yo, you know we have to ban anyone that's not 18 as a channel post. I did my best. I did my best. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Yeah, but what the fuck do you mean a British Viking? Yo, because here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. If a doctor tells you that you need to lose weight, if a doctor tells you need to lose weight for health reasons, and you're a minor because you're 17 years old, and you turn 18 in a week, you should never take any peptides like Redditutides to start losing weight because it affects you differently at 17 than in a few days when you're 18. Let's go! What's going on, Conan? Thailand! Oh! The Alan Variety! Hey, don't you see it's Tyler Variety? Yo, Tyler, I want to thank you in advance for not changing your name. I really appreciate us sticking with Swollen Foot. I've noticed it has the least amount to do with Chef, so I think that's a W. Hey, thank you so much. Yo, bro, this is the worst shit in the game. How much test are you on? 0. I do not take testosterone. Me walking, brother! Ginger beard spices! I come bearing great news, baby! Getting over being sick, and I officially beat Elden Ring, and I'm working on getting to the yo, bro, the Merc fight is so tough. That phase 2, did you find out where his tier is? So you can survive the Nile? Gated says doing all right, tired, but it's not working right now. Yeah, I think this might legitimately be Gaten the first time I've ever heard you say that you that either you're not working or like you're about to go to or another side job. Yo, not in there, we're using a shield, but this is the worst shield in the game. Its Ash of War is literally no skill, and you can't change it. It does no status. I'm going to get a new NG+7. Merc's tough, man. He's also surprisingly tough. He's a beefcake. We had a new admission, he fell down a stairway, and he was very much not happy about the fact that he had to stay. And he had to stay. On his back, he turned off the bed alarm, sat on the floor, and what? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. I know I went like a dog and it going to stop crazy. Bro. What is that expression? That's like the black calling the Kete crown burnt or something. The Kete calling oh, thank you. The Kete calling the stay black. That could be kryptonite or that. Appreciate it. Yeah, I butchered that. Yo! It's a rare moment, but tonight at Tonight on CSA, you and fiance Mrs. Keaton doing anything. I'll come up with Tyler. Have mercy on the name, bro! There's a new summon on the game, Kate. Toe Eater, and it's over. What did I do to deserve the Toejos? I don't like beating toes on. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock Sunday. I'll come up with the perfect name, give me time. No, keep it how it is. At least this is the least to say soon. Yes, brother! Square off! W's! Oh, yo, I say there's match highlights, and I was rooting for them as well. I didn't want the States to have to play Belgium if they were to potentially move on to the round of 16. So I was rooting hard for them. I say that. Those Red Devils lads. Yo, somehow this is the least attention I paid on this fight. I haven't gotten hit a single time. Let's go! Husky or Pog? Husky. I think Pogs are cruel and unusual. Algeria's, okay, I didn't see that much. Or see any updates about it as of yet. Algeria scored in the 93 minutes, and how they won, Iran. So it was literally bad luck on iron matches, yeah? It was insanely good. Holy smokes! Can you rename that Yeah, we're not gonna rename any shield or any summons to anything related to fucking feet and toes. I'm about sick of either feet and toe and Viking Jinx. That's the first time we got here. Let's get on! I could have sworn it was Brock. I don't look like Brock Lesnar. Yo, LYP. How the FLOCK double hockey sticks to the go the other night when you met potentially Mrs. AYP on the bench of the park. Yeah, I've been rooting for Canada in their round of 32 as well. I think it'd be really cool if some of the host stations. How did you become this good? My biggest tip would be to do the same thing again and again and expect different results. Not only in Elden Ring, but in life. What's up, Creator? From nearly at the stick as well. What the fuck, bro? Nearly had the stick mods on every single platform. Somehow iOS with the highest setting pictures. Unless you just can't Tyler Allen's direct change. Two flexes is insane. We all went to Kritikegel. It was awesome. The same last time at my very night. What's going on, County of the Night Variety? Let's get on! Rate the show on a scale of 1 to 10 then, man. On a scale of 1 to 10. The Kegel show, bro. You've been talking about it for a couple of weeks now. Really. Cannonball, Cody! Yeah, I hope so. The other night, bro, we ended on this because I could not do anything with the shit. The One Piece! The One Piece is real! Hey, Goots and Dubs, Paper Lap, TikTok, all of them. Let's go, Goots and Dobia! How we doing, Georgia Nation, bro? Done. Sean says there's no way Elden Ring can be this fun. What's he mean, brother? It's I think I might have missed the comments. Did somebody say like something that made that hard to believe? I could have missed it. We're live on 4 different platforms right now: the Paper App, Kick, TikTok, and YouTube. So apologies if I missed something. Sean says 479 playthroughs is mad. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think if I was like playing it by myself and not streaming it, I would feel that way. But I think like with streaming it, I can have like fun, like hanging out with friends, chit chat. Like, for example, dude, listen to this. When you're streaming a game, it's literally like back in the day before, before everything was so connected. It's like you're hanging out with your friends, listening to crazy stories. I feel like I just got out of I feel like I got out of third period biology class or something, and Philly Hershey was telling me about some insane experiment that they did over in the fake City of Brotherly Love laboratory, because it's just the stories are off the way, you know what I mean? The stories are off the way. I also, Sean, an advantage of streaming it is that like a series can pick up, a certain amount of hype behind it over time, and it's a big challenge to where it's like, pretty much, I think my maximum concern isn't like, hey, could I have equal amounts of enjoyment as far as just like fun playing a game 479 times in a row. I'm considering other factors as well, like, hey, what could this do, like streaming wise, and am I enjoying the time that I have doing this challenge, not only in the gameplay, but with my friends, as well. Say, like, I think when you're streaming it, it's a few different things to consider besides just that, But I do agree with you. If I was just playing the game, Sean, like, and that was it, like I was at I hear him just playing the game and that was all, I would think it was mad as well, honestly. I really would. You know what I mean? Hi and bye from Whistling Whiskey. Your aura will not leave us, lad. I still feel your aura. Yeah, Whistling Whiskey is about to out-earn all of us with bad nights in the casino. So excited to see this live. Oh, thank you so much, HD. Yo, we were absolutely struggling. This is where we ended up. So I stream it Saturday to Thursday today. So every day except for Friday. And it went so poorly, the fire giant, because his health is so much and that the weapon does so much. Not to mention he can shot us a card this time. Whiskey and Dev did end up having the same workout. Yesterday. I didn't check today though. Whiskey gave me a time for the high and buy. Whiskey, if you're still in, you lost your streak. Yo, I'm starting to think these stream streaks are a freaking scam because it doesn't even show me them. You're gonna drink out of more shoes. I'm always time for a good shoe shot. We're always time, baby! It's gotta take like way to be far. It's pretty late. On my first page here on the 10 hour. $10 in having the boss. Yeah, you get the spirit, brother. You get the spirit! Cheeky Peeky! Cheeky Peeky knows! Oh, I love him! That's what Cheeky knows! You better support the max, brother. Okay. Wait. Is that Marty Marquez's PayPal app? Is that what that is? Am I understanding what you're saying correctly? Hey, much love, Joy! Let's go, baby! What? Mike is back! Anthony's back! What's going on? Couple of absolute legends on the point! Yeah, we didn't stream last night. No. On fuck it. This has been the toughest boss so far. For that reason. Yeah, it doesn't show me the streaks on the PayPal app. I combined all of the what do you call it? The live chats from the PayPal app, from YouTube and Kick into one, and it took away the ability for me to see streaks. It just doesn't populate. I can see stuff on the activity feed, but at this point, Twitch has not. The PayPal app has not updated that to include that as well. I'm hoping that it does soon there in the activity feed. This one is brutal. What do you think about peptides and which ones you think are better? I say, like, depending on your goals, different peptides will be better for different people. So, like, if you're a person that's like, you struggle with, like, you know, thinning hair, or like your skin is a bit rough, GHK is probably going to be the best peptide. If you're a person that's like considered medically overweight or obese, or you want to lose body fat, the best peptides are probably going to be retatrutide, trizepatide, and Ozempic. If you're a person that's like, hey, you know, I want better recovery, I want to put on, you know, muscle, but you know, I don't want all the negative effects of anabolic steroids. You know, stuff like Infomorelin or CJC or any of the growth hormone secretagogues could be highly beneficial. So I don't necessarily think there's like a best peptide. I just think it's kind of like all of them have their pros and cons, and depending on what you personally need from them, some of them might be better or worse for you specifically. Okay. You know, hey, we just started since IJ really just started. Fucking kidding me? Again! Yo! Absolute mad lord at it again! Lads! Who has been a part of this live? Anytime somebody is wheeling on emo to support this stream, baby! Yo, anytime Gary's flying. Anytime Gary's flying! We've got a 4-step process. Why, Ginger Bear knows. A 5-step process to thank. Step 1. Get a girl. My girl's name, of course, is Devin. Step 2. Take her shoe. We've got a pink Air Jordans now. I hope this will suffice. Cheers, like the mighty Philly. As she said, oi, oi, oi. Shoey, shoey, shoey. Yeah. From now, of course, we're going to pour the vodka in the guy's shoe. You guys, a match-tacular is a 1,000 coin donation over on TikTok. It is so generous. The equivalent to a galaxy. So here's how we pour it up. Every galaxy we pour a shot. In honor of Noah. 1, 2, 3. How about this, you guys? First one of the night. Let's get it started off this way. First one of the night. Ah, yes, of course. Thanks. For streaming purposes, make sure to claim that it's worth. I appreciate that. All right. You guys. First one of the night. Let's do this. Yeah, 10. I like the idea, Cheeky. If we can get 10 different people to drop a W in the line, help me thank Noah for the match-tacular. We will double what's in this shoe. Let's get some dubs for Noah in the line. 1, 2, 3. Let's fucking go. W quad for the sour lemon. Welcome in, Canadian Cowboy. Welcome in, even Mr. Beast brother. Welcome in. Race, welcome in, baby. That's 5. NG+7, 6, Sean 7, Anthony 8, Josh 9, Ben 10. Let's go, Sean 11. Much love, lads. I drew a router in the paper. What? I haven't gotten any links. It hasn't come in on my end yet. Humminous of apologies. It'll pop up and we get the sign out. Cannibal Cody! It'll pop up when we least expect it. It'll pop up when we least expect it. Oh, okay, a hydrant. Oh, I see it now. Oh, what the fuck, Tyler? Tyler changed his paper that name to Chef Swole. Here we go, lads! The first shot was in honor of Noah Jones, but the second shot, we're pairing up. For every single person dropping a W. Cheers, lads! 1, 2, 3. 2 shots up top. Did I say 2? Let's make that 4 because Goot and W dropped in a galaxy. When the shoes were doubled from the Sway Farm. 1 shot in honor of the mighty Noah Jones. 1 shot in honor of the mighty Keaton. And 2 shots for the Sway Fam, you guys. 2 shots. 2 shots for the Sway Fam. Everyone dropping the W's in. For Noah and Keaton, let's go, lads. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cheers. 1 word and 1 word alone. Let's fucking username Swollen Foot. Before we were able to take the ride, caught in another galley. That's the mighty Tyler of the Outland Variety. A galaxy from Toyland. 1, 2, 3. And it's doubled for the entire space. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, lads. 6 shots in. We're going to take this one fast before this becomes a disaster. Cheers, Noah. Cheers, Gaten. Cheers, Tyler. Ay, fuck, man. Did pretty gay. Some of the spit out. I'm so sorry. I got walk on the table pretty good. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I swear I haven't had a single sip today. These are Davin's pink Air Jordans. These are yeah. We got it. Hold on. I sprayed vodka on the table. I got a little bit overexcited. I got a little bit excited. Let's go, lads, for the Sway Bomb. Noah Gayton on toilet. Step 6 get a cliff. Oi, chef. 22 years ago when I got my first part of anxiety and stay in a block and break and a manic clip. Absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. A back flex. Here we go, lads. Godfrey attempting to become the Elden Ring. I'm not fucking Godfrey! Go beyond! Alright! Feeling a bit destructive tonight. Oh, sounds good, Mikey. Sounds good, brother. We'll be on your long-awaited return. In the meantime, I gotta show some love from Noah Gates and Dobbs. I want blacks! The Monty Tyler Allen! Yeah, bro. I can't believe I died. What's written on your back? Pain is true. Let me tell you a tale. A whale of a tale. On the start of the week, Saturday in a well, we got Noah again. And he said not a word, but we're coming in now. And he said it's absurd. The match-tacular started off grand. It's 1,000 coins. You know what that means. He said, go get a girl. And then take her shoe. And then put a short. In honor of you. In honor of Noah, lads. So we put it all up. The W's were to have. And Cootie Crip said, you know what the hell. It's a double trouble. And we're pouring up 2. It's a 2-for-1 special. Much love to the dude. There's much love to the dude, of course. The dude being Cootie not. He thought he was done. Tyler said, yo, a 2-for-1 deal. I can't pass it up, yo. He said, you know what we got. A new name on the app. Not the TikTok one, lads, but turn your head at that. And he changed it up there. And the name wasn't true. He said, lads, my name is Chef Swope. Love, speed, and do. And you know it with love. Big W is there. Yeah, Adrian! He is in the live stream. And much love, you take it. The sideways I said, here we go, don't you see? It's Adrian there. The sideways eyes, and they see. And you know what it's been. An honor to have. Oh my. The sway phone hit here. Much love to you, lads. No! Singing already? Yeah. It's very rare. But how does it feel to be the best Elden Ring player? Yo, Adrian! You thought that we were done drinking. We're never done drinking as long as there's a reason to celebrate, lads. And the celebration happens here. Adrian with the heart face. Adrian with the galaxies. And the sweaty fan with the simple 5-step process. Yeah, John on the green app now. He starts on the paper app. Yo, it's insane, Johnny. It's insane, Johnny. And this process, it starts off, yo, just sorry. You're familiar. I got a girl. I took her shoe. I got a bottle of vodka. And for streaming purposes, just said that it was water. But Adrian, we play the water in the girl's shoe. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I did not stick the shoe. Let's go, lads. Cheers, Adrian. You like that? Eller fucking GC, you know what? It's McW, and they caught me DN with the Papa Passover on the YouTube. Adrian on side, as I said, you. Now, dude, we're pouring up right here. Cheers to the lads, and you know, to be clear, it was Adrian. It's a big old galaxy, and you know what he went and saw. Tyler Allen, Guten Clips, and he said, Noah, bro. Oh, with galaxies, and he said, here we go. We all get a little lit, and he said, let's go. Yo, oh, I did not, bro. Yo, all right. Do we have, yo, Quad Father? Yeah, got my back, all right? You guys know I don't actually. I survived. Virus says, tip of the day. I shall retrieve my granny from the grass. I did not take your fucking grandmother. I'm not a fucking Viking. Yo, you guys know people are coming into this live stream now and they're like, yo, you're not a Viking. I'm like, thank you, I know that. And they're like, why are you trying to pretend you're a Viking without always saying you're not a Viking? I'm like, I'm not fucking saying it. These lads are coming in the live, making absurd Viking jokes, talking like I kidnapped their grandmother, which I fucking didn't. What am I gonna do with a young man, bro? Think about it, not a damn thing. It's, yo, the Viking acquisitions that I took and trade, and they're just not true. Whatever, yo, if anything, you guys, ever on the paper, there is an actual Viking AYP. Aaron Yeager! You know what, bro? Once in eternity appearance, yo, I don't care when it is, what's going on in your life, bro. You will always be recommended. And the times when you can, the same energy each and every time, my brother. I appreciate Aaron Yeager. Whenever you have a chance to join, and I have not forgotten your birthday is in March. By the way, much love for Valhalla. I love it a lot. John Cliff said he's ice over. Mark got home from Florida with the family. Were you guys on some vacation now, or did you got family over there? The next weapon is the moon sorcery staff. It's like a staff of Cersei. Fatsboy says, see, this is a new game plus 175. It is not. It is not on! Yeah, Aaron Yeager, we're just crushing this challenge, bro. I'm having so much fun with it. This weapon's so good. Elden Ring is a fair and balanced game. We did indeed do the main veil katana. Valhalla isn't promised to granny raiders. Yeah, main veil katana was the fourth one that we did. 11 hours in the car with the same part of people can be tiring, yeah. Try joining the military and being 24 hours at the same rounds all the time. The DLC weapons are indeed included in this challenge. So we have done many of them thus far, and we will do many more too. Hardest weapon so far? Unironically, I think it's this. I used to think it was Rabon's cannon, but I second tried the fire giant with that cannon. This shield, listen to this. It's got everything wrong with the shield. Shields are hard enough as it is. Because even when you stagger an enemy, you can't critical strike. So shields are hard enough. Now check this out. You can't even parry with this shield because it's a unique weapon. So you can't change the Ash of War. And the Ash of War that it comes with is called no skill, and it's literally no Ash of War. It's got no status, so forget about poison, bleed, anything that. And if that wasn't bad enough, It does split damage, which is far inferior to pure physical, due to how the boss's resistances work in the game. And if that wasn't bad enough, we are doing the challenge in New Game Plus 7. I think this is actually going to be the hardest one. Yo, I don't think I could be bribed enough to be Mulaney. Mulaney would be damn impossible with this. We'd be doing negative damage the whole time. And New Game Plus 7 should have to hit us with one combat. How much hit does this boss have? Oh, you know what? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Oh my gosh, bro. If somebody can verify Fire Giant New Game Plus 7, I would be interested. Born and raised in North Ireland. Is a shield a weapon? It is. I know in some games it might be classified as armor, but in Elden Ring they have very firm classifications and how it's catered on what is considered a weapon, and anything that can be equipped in your left or right hand arguments is objectively a weapon. Now, usually fire more than 2 weapons a day, but there are certain exceptions that are like this is an incredibly difficult weapon. Hardest one so far. Yaris, this also seems generally impossible, but are we just getting to the hard bosses? Is Ireland worth visiting? Depends on your rose. If you love rain and Irish food and love Guinness, and love spending more money to enjoy all of these things than a flight to Ireland plus stay, it is worth visiting. If that is not your tea of cups, it is not worth visiting. British chefs live say much that autocorrect is changing Slaughterfoot. That's a you problem, bro. It's not me. That's got nothing to do with me. All right, no heals. Who believes in the clutch? Anybody? Anybody? Gods can do it. Can really be at any level for him. A lot of people beat him at level 1, but honestly, they're if it's your first time playing it, they're tough. The duo is tough no matter your level. If it's your first time, you got to get used to how to space them. Come on. We can't really get on Torrent unless he actually starts breathing fire, because Torrent's hurts him and got no potions to heal. Bro, sour dude. I really hope I didn't let you down. That's not a good start. King! Oh! That's it, variety. Everyone TikTok! Come on, lads! Favorite weapon? We've had so many good ones, bro. Really, I think one of the things I've learned the most from doing this challenge is there's literally dozens of different weapons that I've thought, man, this is gonna be my favorite one for sure. I mean, I've ended up finding one. I'm like, this is just as good, if not better, you know. So I really, it's tough as a favorite There really are so many fun ones. Probably not a shield though. I thought this was the, who the fuck is down and road? Come on, lads! Is anyone else low-key starting to... I'm kind of starting to believe in clutch. Perfect second phase. That was a dangerous hitbox, lad. Very dangerous. Come on, you coward. Come on, lads! I couldn't believe, bro! Honestly, this would be the biggest clutch in the history of the stream. Come on. All sages charge! The fire giant's right in front of you! Oh, that was Sarah with a very timely. But hey, we're just tickling that. Tips for make-off? Which part are you struggling on? So I can give a few generate, but have you been watching the Rail Cup as much as I can? I work full time. Today I wasn't able to see any of the matches today, but I have been watching as much as I can. I saw the end result of a Belgium beat time, bro. I thought their golden generation was over. Smelly says you should try a new game, bro. It's been a while. That is one thing to consider, for sure. It is an interesting perspective. I do agree. It's been a while since I played another game, but on the other hand, I'm in the middle of of a series that's taken a long time to do, and it's got like a bit of interest. Like I appreciate all over 100 people rocking and rolling here on TikTok, over on the Green App Kick, the PayPal app. you know, over on the YouTube, Canadian Cowboy and the rest. So I am considering other factors besides the amount of time since the last game that I played. But I do appreciate the perspective. Caleb coming in with the huge roses, and he says, what is it? I just saw it. Dyslexia, bro. Wait, Caleb, thank you so much, brother. I saw you said that you just content and that you love the content. I didn't see if there was anything else. I missed the rest. But much love, Lord! LFG Caleb, you see? Been on the series since I started. The twin blades of Ornella, such a good weapon. Such a good weapon. I fuck heavily with the twin blades of Ornella. One of the most gratifying. Caleb says, no big deal, love your content. Why? As an honor, sir. There's so many, you know, good streamers, Elden Ring streamers especially saying, I saw that shrimp pizza that you ate and it looks so good. Bro, it was fire. I never ever heard of it. Has anybody else tried shrimp pizza before? No follow-up, smelly it? No. Makes sense, I suppose. You guys, if anyone in the live streams or has ever thought about streaming, there'll be a lot of people that like enjoy watching what you do sometimes, but you know, they'll be tired of like a certain game or a certain play styles or a certain series, and they'll say like, hey, you know, maybe play a new game, and a lot of times they don't mean anything bad about it. But just remember, if you are streaming, you're not factoring in just simply the amount of time playing the game. You want to consider a lot of other effects as well. Like, do you enjoy the game? Do people enjoy watching the game? And typically what I would recommend, just as a general rule, what I would recommend is damage. Because if you're seeing success with something, it's a bit better to stick with it as opposed to pivot away. A lot of people look at, you know, some streamers like Queso, like, you know, Queso plays all these different games, but he didn't start off like that, you know, for example. He didn't start off like that, and I think as you become a bigger streamer, you can be freed up a little bit to make it a more regular, make it a more regular occasion to play games just while they are sorry and niche. But I do recommend that you know. Yeah, he's not even in here. For everyone that legitimately does want to see like a new game, there'll be a lot of people that are like, yo, I enjoyed, you know, watching with this content or this style. And the people that say, you know, to play a new game, they're probably not going to stick around for you anyways. Like that guy left before I could even respond to him. It's not like he was in the lead. You know what I mean? So just Case was a 2K streamer, exactly. I think his first time he blew up was from you know, a couple 2K clips on builds. Tainted Lord! Yo, holy W. That's you guys. I got a massive W to share. Listen to this. I don't care what platform you're on. Listen to this. Listen to this. Caleb, the guy that I mentioned it a bit ago, like 2 minutes ago, even on. Caleb over on the mountain. How is he on that mountain? The guy I mentioned a bit ago, who came in and was dropped the roses. Hey, what's up, you out there? You guys, he hit a massive weight loss goal. Listen to this. Listen to this. Caleb, over on TikTok, said he is officially dying. Check this out, guys. 74 pounds, baby! Can we get that W, Caleb, in the line? Oh, whale up if you will, let's go! Let's get it, baby! LFG, the good doctor! Dr. Quantum Sam! Drop it in the W on the paper up, let's go, baby! Bro, has he ever done this to you guys? Where he just stands on like, what's the play here? Oh. Get off of the fucking cliff line! Sean lad. Sarah says, I think if you're not personally enjoying the game, why would you put yourself through the pain of playing for the entertainment as others? Oh yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But for me, honestly, I legitimately feel like I could be playing the spelling bee and streaming it. I'm horrible. I'm a horrible speller. That's like, that would be like a nightmare. But if like people that I enjoy their company wanted to hang out and watch it and joke around with me, I legitimately think that's just like kind of how I enjoy streaming. I think that I would enjoy any game that you know, people told me that they enjoyed watching, you know, like legitimately. Even if it's like not one that I play, but people talk with, you know, their time and other means. And my main point is like, if you are streaming or interested in streaming, like I know, like obviously Sarah, you stream, have a great message in your streams as well, which I like quite a bit. Is there always be people like recommending different stuff, and a lot of them will be good intentions, but it is important to consider how they do. This is worth paying for the mechanic for sure. What's going on in? Oh, the Bears for Warrior Team! In Bears! John Griff says, I'm not tired of E either, right? Yeah, I love the different weapons. It's always a different thing to hit for. I do agree with what you said, Sarah. Like if like I'm not saying, when I say you, I don't mean you personally, since you happen to host your stream. But like if you are a person that you know, streams and you like legitimately like, yo, I am not having a good time if I'm not if it's not a game that I like. I'll give you a perfect example. So we played Coconut Simulator one time when I was doing different game recommendations. And literally the whole game is just like you press it and it's like a black screen and an alert pops up and it says coconuts don't have eyes. And that's the game. That's the game. It wasn't a fun game, but I enjoyed it because we were all cracking up. It was hilarious. Yo, he's top just consistently in New Game +7 because his damage is so high and ours is just so low. Caleb says, you know, throughout losing those 70 pounds, I learned a lot of discipline. Bro, it's incredible. I've recently hit 3 people that are a regular part of my life, so we've lost over 1 pound. It's pretty. People don't realize how. Oh, this is right against the back. This is gonna kill me somehow. I was scared I wouldn't be able to move on the birder. Tovar says, shit, amazing to watch your positivity. And advice within the game in Ireland. Yo, thank you so much, Ava. I appreciate you. I do, you know, even before the nice words, I had wanted to shout you out at some points in this stream, Ava. Just shout you out. I was just saying, I really appreciate, I know you've been here, you know, every single stream the last 2 weeks, and I really appreciate, you know, everything you do, the message that you help, that you help us make, you know. the messages that you hate us make whenever people, you know, you never know. At any point on TikTok, people are screwing their boys seeing this for the first time. And, you know, when it's a whole group of people, you know, welcoming them in for people that are new, or, you know, say it's a question that I've answered a million times and I don't see it, and people are making sure that I don't miss it, or gosh, like definitely when people are like, yeah, chef, I like the stream, I like the series, I'm enjoying it so much, I want to, like earlier too, you know, Gaten, Tyler, you know, and Newa, right, coming in, like right at the start of the live as well. Adrian dropping galaxies right when the live started. It's like everyone that was sitting there like, hey, me thing, and that means the world. I really appreciate it, and you're a big part of that, everyone. Thank you. I believe that we can win. Yeah, what's going on, Kaya? Kick Kaya. Yo, new nickname unlocked. Kaya, is that great for you? Kaya, since you primarily watch on the green app. This is not only a shield, but it's the worst shield of the game. Much love, Kayla. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Kaya, how's the weekend so far, yeah? Do you like Elden Ring or Expedition 33 better? Elden Ring. I thought Expedition 33 was a great game. Fantastic game, but I do like Elden Ring. So close. Bro, realistically, we've got what, like a couple of patients? We're one file hits away from it. The worst weapon in the game? I think this might be the worst weapon I used so far. It's just like, by themselves, shields are not so bad, if it's just that. Because with most shields, you can either change the Ass of Order, which means you can put bleed on them, or even the ones that you can't, most of them have a default Ash of War with a parry. As long as you can parry enemies, it's a pretty overpowered weapon. Even if, like, it doesn't do great damage, the ability to parry. This shield is unique in that not only... Oh my gosh. Not only can... Wow, insane hitbox. Not only can you not parry, but it has no Ash of War at all. And because it's a unique weapon, you can't just put an Ash of War on it. It's a somber weapon. And that sucks, but it also has no status. At least some shields like that they have like bleed on them, so at least you'll get a bleed proc every bit. And if that wasn't bad enough, it does split weapon damage, magic and physical. So really, you can't even like try to damage max the shield in any way possible. Shite's mad. It's truly dreadful. And to top it all off, to put a top on a cherry. To put a top on a cherry, we're doing it in New Game +7, so it's like we feel the effects of how little damage it does and how long the fights are. Because of how little damage we do. The fights are so long. That it means we're more likely to get hit over time. And when we do get hit, a lot of times we get 2 or even 1 shot by a few moves. Sour. Oh! Let's go, Keaton Lord! I believe! Chef Sway on fire giant because it's... Oh, that's not good. All right, we're 1 hit away. That's not good! The next weapon is the staff that specializes in moon sorcery. I don't remember the name. I have used Margot's Curse Sword. Good weapon, bro. That was a fun one. maybe the coolest cursor in the game. Very fun. Although the Zamar one was pretty cool as well. Look at this coward, bro. Coward! Bro, I love it. I love it. I fucking love it, bro. Yeah, I got to be fucking. Seeing you not here, I was out of potions. Do you max out the weapon in a New Game Plus? Yeah, by the time you get to New Game Plus 7, you have all the resources to max out a weapon, so that's not even something I considered not doing. Service. Somebody call a doctor! Because Dr. Quantum Sam in this economy has just dropped a 5-bomb. Has just dropped a 5-bomb. In this economy. On the purple up, let's go, lads! Sam, brother! Oh, great question, Cara. I got you after one quick break. After one quick break to iron up the liver a bit. Lads! Yeah, Gooten's already dropping the dubs. Shady's dropping the dubs! We've got a 5-step process to thank the good doctor for getting the Sway family gifted something out. The risky business case with Weezy Little No Beast. Paul Slayer. Yeah, what's up, Demon Slayer? Process case like this. Process case like this. Step 1. Get to go. Devin. Step 2. Take her shoe. Her big Jordan. Step 3. Get a bottle of vodka, and for streaming purposes, just state that it's water. What do you guys think? Should we call it spicy water or potato water? What do you reckon? Either is good, Sam. Either is good. Let's go, Risky. Let's go, Sam. Step 4. Pour the potato water. And you're gonna shoot. 5 gets it subs. 10-second bar. Cheers, Sam. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I like the way you think, John Crew. I like the way you think, brother. Let's go, lads. I tell you what, you guys. The good doctor, I had to let go. This is a busy man, keeping up. Father, streamer, works the job where he's constantly on the monitors, getting stuff set up on a network from one to the next to the next. No time for a break. No time to not lock in. And on some of the few amounts of spare time that he has over on the live stream hanging out. What a blessed to see you, brother. And now tell me that dropping the 5-piece. You guys, do me a favor. We're going to take this shoey in honor of Quantum Sam. For every single different person that drops a W in the live right now until we finish the shoey, we're going to put up another one in honor of Quantum Sam Sky. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, guys. I got it down before the rest came. Big W's coming in from NYP, Sour, P4, Lithium, Toilet, Johnny, Reich, Max, Shady, Ray. Here we go, lads. 8 seconds right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much, Iron. The game below. Yeah, we're going to make that a nice even 10. Because everything he did on the last live. Just with his presence and aura. Welcome back in Game Berlin. Sky! Ooh. Ooh, spicy back-to-back on that one. Spicy back-to-back. Hey, welcome in. You guys, look at this. Well, actually, before I pin it, because if not, I'll get on the next time that is in here. When we were thinking Sam for that, thank you again so much, Sam. When we were thinking Sam for that, you guys check this out. James Wentz posted another amazing W. James, let me know if you are still in the live, good sir. Let me know if you're still in the live. I do try to catch up on what I missed if we're drinking copious amounts of liquor. Anything, just put a 1, something like that. Just put a 1. Put a 1, put something like that, my brother James, if you stay here. Rorica says, I've been amazing. Me wife is joying in Ailden. Yeah, what build is she running? What build is she running? Yo, is he still here? I don't believe it, bro. Gosh darn it. Going once, going twice. I don't think he's here anymore, you guys. I don't think he's here. I pin it right there. I don't think he's here. I wanted to you know, I made a mental note. I was thinking Sam over there on the PayPal app for the very generous 5 BAM. I think he had to take off, dude. I think he had to take off. We'll try to catch him the next time that he's in then. Let's say one more thing. Yo, Jaeger! Are you still in? Are you still in, Jaeger? Are you still in? I think it was about closer to a week, but it was like 12-hour streams a day, so it's quite a bit of time. I did see one where I wanted to get to. Yeah, I did see one more. Are you still in, Jaeger? If not, I'll just keep on. I'll just keep keeping on. The Llama Lord, let's go! Huh? Man, sometimes you guys, sometimes I do want to answer people's questions as they ask them, but if I'm in the middle of you know, thanking someone in the bottom of my heart, you know, if I'm in the middle of thanking someone in the bottom of my heart for supporting making this dream a reality, like Sam just did even on the PayPal app, if I don't immediately get back to you, I always try to when people are asking people are asking like something directly. A lot of times, like after I finish, you know, my sentence, I screw up and you know, answer it. But I will say one of the parts that's kind of sad about streaming every now and then is like when you are like live action fire, not necessarily in the game, but it's like when there's another human that you're like, hey, thank you so much. You know, whether they're sharing some good news about themselves, whether they're supporting the live, and we have it in all different ways. It gets a bit sad as a streamer when people come in and they just say like one thing about themselves, and then like if you don't get to it immediately, they're gone. I don't think everyone's like that, but it does, you know, it makes me feel bad because I'm like, man, I really would have wanted to address that, congratulate him, but I do understand life happens, but you know, sometimes it just gives me sad. Kato, in the mixed flask, brother, sorry about that again. In the mixed flask, we have the spiked cracked tier to increase our charge power and the purifying crystal tier to protect us against mold. Ever since the Mikola files dropped, that lad's been going everywhere. Yo, let's go! The wings, simply Alex Lord! Mudsler, hey, Tatum, we love you, brother, let's get it, Lord! Big dogs, big laws, big LFGs! Listen to this. 5 months. From the one and only! Llama time, Lords! Cheers, baby! Let's go! Buda says, bro, you so natural. Yes. I think, yes. Much love, Alex. Billy Hershey says 4 more night shifts to surgery. Oh my goodness. Are you excited? It's gonna happen safe ass. It's gonna happen safe ass. And you worked your ASS double hockey sticks literally off that surgery. Tips for Radagon. What weapon are you using? Because he's very resistant to pierce weapons. Sarah Chris, but even Smay, your one-person brother with a massive influence. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. I really, and you know what? That's the second time in about a week and a half that your words have touched me about like a very similar topic. You know what happened not too long ago with Concordon. I really appreciate it, bro. I really appreciate. Because it does suck. Because it's like, man, they had shared some great news, and I would have loved to celebrate it. But I also count like mid-sentence, mid-celebration, mid-thank you to somebody just like immediately stop and say, like, oh, another person I saw just, is sharing some good news, and I do want to read it out. Like maybe I need to do a better job balancing it, but I don't think of it in those terms like when it's happening. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Sarah? It's more like, oh my gosh, this just happened, and like everything is kind of through. Sick. I'm excited to have 6-week break. Yo, that's not gonna be a vacation though. I know, yeah, definitely won't feel comfortable. Okay. I was waiting for the rest to read the rest out. Yeah, it's not going to be a vacation, that's for sure. But you know what? Compared to what you normally have to deal with, I'm sure 24-hour, essentially mild to severe discomfort, honestly, is probably a massive break. I mean, even today, the story that you said from tonight is absolutely mad. Absolutely fucking mad. Are you rooting for Mexico in the World Cup? Mexico is one of the teams that I'm rooting for. I wouldn't say they're my primary team, but a lot of my friends are rooting for Mexico, so I'm like actively rooting for them in their opening round and against. I'm there like I would say they're one of the top 5 sides that I would be happy if won the World Cup. Definitely rooting on their own eternity. Here we go. No game. No. You've had both physical and just the mental pain and the lock-in that requires Billy Hershey to make that change that you did to even be able to get that surgery in the first place. Massive respect. How many times has it taken against this boss? I think about 10. I just said about Kato. I don't necessarily have 5 off the top of my head, but of the teams that are left, the order is probably, it's very close. I'll give the USA a slight edge over England, but they're very close. I was born and raised in North Ireland, so both of them would be grand. I would love either. Obviously, I know England's got like an actual chance, and the US would basically be impossible in the football world, but we live in a world where sometimes the impossible becomes possible. So I lived in the United States hockey, I say. They're a side I would love to see make a deep run, and because I live here, and because the country's hasting it, I think it'd be really grand. England, I'm from North Ireland, so like we fly the Union Jack over there and everything. So and they have the talent to where they can make a deep run. Besides them, I think Portugal, because Cristiano Ronaldo was my favorite player growing up, and the teams that they would have to beat in order to win the World Cup, most likely would just be like a historical run. I think it would be a really cool story. I would love, I'll be rooting for Portugal. And then I'd say like Mexico and Canada in no particular order. Probably 4 and 5, because a lot of my friends are rooting for Mexico and Canada. I'm Brew, NFG, and you too. What's going on, brother? Has it really been 6 months already? Let's get on! Yeah, it feels like just the other day. It feels like fucking yesterday. You know what they say? Time flies when you're having fun. Let's go, baby! The great 6 months, half a year, I thought. So Ira says, of course, it's a hard situation, and you're probably one of the only people who have a big enough heart to say it again. I've said before, I'll say it again. I remember you, I'm wanting to talk to you. For the rest, I've made such a massive impact. Oh my goodness. Such a massive impact on my life by just speaking and being yourself. So worrying too much on you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Melania? Yeah, what's you doing with Melania? What are you doing with Melania as an astrologer? What spells even hit her? She has an auto dodge feature, right? I have used the Milady, and it was definitely one of my favorite ones so far. An S tier weapon, the moveset. It is incredible. It is incredible. Karma, you made it back! Yeah, I had to drop your follow-up to the last night. I had to. Much love. Thank you so much for hanging out in the live. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we did the Claymore. Claymore is an amazing weapon. Claymore is such a grand weapon. Such a grand one. I think if I remember correctly, we utilized it with the flame art Ashavar, and like maximize fire damage. So we did like a fire boosting build. And it was a lot of fun to build something kind of unique like that. Ton of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. Yeah, Claymore, super K1. I'm not... gotcha. And one of my favorite times when I'm streaming is finally getting that Millennium W. She has haunted so many of my runs every time. And the uncapped Elden Ring new game plus 1,000 run, absolutely crazy. Let's get on! Kaden coming in with the huge raises! What? Max with the Horseman! Max with the game! Get China, baby! Let's get on! Energy and NG+7, I see it's Kaden. He's so simply 2-3. Gosh, I don't like that attack. Here we go! Bale's such a great fighter. Are you the Highlander? The fucking video game for Honor? Are you asking me if I'm from a video game? Yeah, I have indeed done the Wheel of Kaiser. I have indeed done the Wheel of Kaiser. The Mighty Man Kale and this happened. Oh! Pretty girl, would you like to come here and talk with it? Okay. Guys, Devin has something she'd like to say.
I made him in... Hello. I made him in my game.
Oh.
We're talking. I put the Kratos red thing on him for you guys.
Can you tell them what game you're talking about?
Oh, Tamagotchi Life.
Do you want to show them?
Yeah. Well, I want to show them what you look like.
You can tell them a little bit about the game for people who might not be familiar.
It's a game where it's kind of like Sims. You make your own characters, and then you give them personality traits like the person in real life. Like you base them off of real life people, and they all like live a little life on the island, and you can kind of see what relationships they form and stuff.
What do you mean you made him look like Kratos?
I put a red thing on his face like Kratos.
I'm not fucking Kratos.
It's hard to see.
What did you make his personality traits?
Oh, I took a photo of it. I don't really get to choose. You just it asks you questions about them, and you put like on a scale of 1 to 10 if they're like that, and then it gives a personality to them. And then as you play the game, the characters develop more into the people they're based on. Our characters have been chatting. I don't know. I don't think that's morbid. It might be healing for you to do that actually. Hi, Hershey. See you, baby. I'm gonna go shower soon.
Hey, what moderator wants to ban Jake? It's pretty tough to get banned on this stream, Jake. Good job. Congratulations. One easy way to ban. Hey, Sniper, wake him in. On the green upside, baby!
What lovely feet.
Hey, I've been watching for years. Much love. Thanks for watching for years, brother. Let's drop to a follow. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Dr. Brian. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's honestly pretty tough to get banned in a chef stream because I'll let people say, whatever they want to me. But if like a real easy way to do it, if you guys are ever interested in getting banned, is say something crude about Dev when she's here, or just like be like an a-hole to people behind it. That's an easy way. Jake, Yo, 2 legends just joined at the same time in the same place. We got the Dawn, ever on the TikTok, baby. Yeah, dude, brother, I gotta say, I just pinned the Dawn. I just pinned the Dawn over here. He said, what's good, Sway fam? Hey, baby guy. Come here, pretty guy. 30 minutes of stream time. What's more revenue here or the paper place? They're both equal, MP Black Magic. But if you're like, yo, I want to know any platform that has the most, it would be this one. Just like this. Do you remember that person that I said, yo, I see him in live all the time. He's really cool. I had no idea he even streamed. Do you remember the other day? That black dude? Yeah. Wait, I don't see.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Wait, yo, dude, I just wanted to say, I was just scrolling and unit up on my free page, Don. I had no idea that you streamed. I was watching your content, and I was like, yo, I respect so much that he's in, our live all the time, and he's never mentioned the fact that he personally streams. And before I made the connection, because you're scrolling a lot of times, see the thing. Before I made the connection that it was you, I was like, yeah, this dude's entertaining as fuck. So the next time you are here on the live, the Dawn, ever on TikTok, I just wanted to shout you out, you guys. Very entertaining streamer, you guys. Very entertaining, super cool dude. I pinned him up at the top there. So I would recommend dropping him a follow. Very humble guy, very funny guy, and yeah, really cool person. I appreciate that. How we doing, baby? What's going on? Cooking on. Jake, aka John Donuts in the line, baby. Let's fucking go. Oh, dude, that new hit run was brutal. Yeah, you're talking about the new game to NG+7. Do you like Jynxi at all? I would say, in my personal opinion, if you're a streamer and you say, oh, I don't like Jynxi, it just comes off as jealous. it just comes off as jealous. The reality is he's one of the best streamers in the world. So I respect what he does quite a bit. You know, because he's so talented on the platform that he built for himself, and since he is once again playing you know, Elden Ring the DLC after the World Cup ends. We're just kind of using a little bit of clout for people that do you know, follow his stuff here. And also, I do think it'd be pretty funny if we are able to complete this challenge before he does the DLC. That'd be, so it's a bit two-folded. Me personally, I really don't watch much of any streamers, and if I do, it's literally just I'm sitting there, my girl and I are on TikTok, like I'm sharing or something, and somebody comes up and it catches my attention for a moment. Like if we're eating, like what happened with the Dawn the other day. So I don't really watch ever his live streams. I see his clips. Some of his clips I you know, think are funny, and some I think are like purposely shown in a certain way. But yeah, no, I respect him. He's an amazing streamer. What's going on, Kinja Viduas, Lord? Let's go, baby! Much fucking love, Lord! Oh, this weapon's been the worst spy fighter. The worst. Much love. I think it whoops. I appreciate it. Kinja, baby! Yo! Your weapon tickles the fire giant, dude. Getting Exeria obliterated sniper. This is the worst. This is the worst weapon so far. By far the worst weapon. By far. Hey, much love, MP. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. But you know what? I've got no mind on my doubts that this is going to be the winning attempt. Because so many gates just joined. Kane Javijabay, Jake's in here. That's John Dennett, you guys. Whenever I say Jake talking about. How did he get banned? Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to unintentionally miss that, Dylan. He got banned because my girlfriend very sweetly was just telling everyone about something she was making in a game, and he said he said, are you doing something like inappropriate to her, like under the table, essentially, just something that's just crude that didn't need to be said. It's just an easy way to get banned, honestly. Maybe a second. We got a W incoming from Alan. We've had some really good W's today, guys. Caleb came in a bit earlier. Big boy says, one must be properly prepared. But I'm fighting a giant fight. Sarah, I got you. This time, I'm positive. I'm making changes. We're gonna make sure we do it. I thought Alan had some good news to share. I was thinking about Caleb sharing earlier today that he lost so many pounds. I was thinking about Billy Hershey mentioning that she has 4 more feeling night shift nurses and take his surgery. I was thinking about the good news that I did share Ava here. Alan says, I'm in Florida for vacation. I'm watching you. That says something. I'm honored, you guys. We've got a 4-step process to thank Big Mike. Yeah, Big Mike, bro. Big Mike. Do you remember that old rap song? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to DM you about it because I gotta look up something. Actually, I don't want to say it on stream. I gotta DM you something private. So check your DMs after that. The 4-step process to thank Big Mike, to thank Alan, and it goes like this. Oh, you took it as well. I love it, baby. Guys, like that, you know. Step 1, get a girl. Devin. Step 2, take her shoe. Step 3, get a bottle of vodka and pretend that it's potato water. Step 4, pour the potato water in your girl's shoe. Yo, Big Mike right here. A Viking hammer. That's equivalent to 1.5 galaxies, which means 1.5 shots. Cheers, Big Mike. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And Alan, who was on vacation in Florida. So you know what? Before this attempt, let's get some liquid courage. Big drink, Alan, cheers! 1, 2, 3, drink that water. I love it, Lord. Yo, an honor, Big Mike, an honor of Alan. Alan says we're getting me house Sanders. You know, fun fact, Devin didn't have any sound noise before I bought for 10 bucks. Cheers, Sweet Farm, Big Mike, Allen. Yo, Noah's back. What's up, Noah, Lord? What's going on, Lord? Let's fucking go. Feels like me whole life, Iron. Feels like me whole life. What up, Care-Bot? Waking me my will. You know, I was using the deflecting heart here at the start of the live, but because you can't really guard counter the fire giant due to his hitbox and how he's mostly rolling around, you can't properly punish him with the guard counter. Or the next boss, I took it off. I put it back on for Male Calf, and I'll put it back on for Godfrey. But I don't have it currently on. I wanted the charged heavy boost instead. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Lance. Thank you so much. Much love. Much love. I did have it on for a lot of the run earlier, but this particular fight, and also the gods can do it because with there being two of them, a lot of times if I'm gonna block and then guard counter for, like, you know, say 100 more damage, I'd rather hit them twice or do like a jump and I already have to move out. Yeah, it's been great. Hey, Lalo says, will you include this as one of the weapons? You know, if it was up to me, I would define this as a weapon, but it's not, unfortunately. Elden Ring has like an objective set of rules that make something a weapon. And fists objectively are not a weapon in Elden Ring. Just like, it's kind of like how, have you ever found like the consumables called throwing knives in Elden Ring? That's also not a weapon, but it's like, what? It's a knife. Knives are weapons, right? Like, anything can be a weapon if you just, you know, if you just define it how you will. So I'm just going with the game's definition for this challenge, which is if it can be equipped in your left to right arguments, slots, if it can be equipped there, it's coded into the game as a weapon. So we'll be using it. But like stuff like fists, which, you know, is no weapon, has been requested so much that I think when we do finish this challenge, we will do fist only. But that'll be like a separate challenge, not a part of this. You know what I mean? That'll be a separate one. Alan says, it's so crazy. Every time I see a thing, you go, what tree? Yo, the last two weapons have been really hard, but I will say there's a tunnel at the end of the night. There's a tunnel. We're almost done with all the hard weapons. I mean, it's going to be all down here from here. Yeah, DLC weapons aren't included. Hey, what's up, Caden? No, brother. I stream Saturday to Thursday. So I don't stream on Fridays. I did try streaming Fridays too, but I wasn't able to make it work consistently. And I wanted to just have a consistent, you know, schedule, more important than trying to do every day no matter what. So every day except for Fridays. Ring says, bro, this has to be buried. What ring is playing out? How do you determine which larger bosses you lock off for and leave on? Just experiencing the game. If I'm noticing that the hitbox on the boss gets a bit wonky, like the fire giant's got a bit of a wonky hitbox. Also, surprisingly, Melcalf does. If you've ever fought him with a shield or a dagger, or any weapon without very much reach, a lot of times you'll be standing right in front of him and your attacks just won't hit him. It's really odd. So like, on Melcalf, I didn't lock on quite a bit because of that. Ring says, Elden Ring is awesome, but surely doing a hero run with a new weapon will get repetitive. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. If I was like, yeah, somebody else was saying something kind of similar earlier. And this is how I explained it to them. If I was like at my house, like in my room by myself, and I was like, I'm going to be Elden Ring from start to finish with every weapon, I think it would get pretty boring. But like, if I'm like hanging out with my friends, I got about 100 people here on TikTok on a Saturday night. Think about it. There's so much to do. Saturday night's most people's break, and so blessed to have, so blessed to have, so many people like, hey, you know what? We're gonna spend, some of my Saturday hanging out in the live. Like the Dawn said, he said, I'm invested in the mission now. Thank you so much. And even more over on, the paper app kick YouTube. So I think if I was only factoring in like me playing the game and not considering other stuff like streaming the game and making content based off of this challenge as somebody who wants to be like a content creator, and just like you gotta think like if you're streaming it live and you're hanging out like you're laughing with your mates, right? And not only just laughing, just like it's like a social thing for me, I gave you an example. Starts of the live, someone comes in and came in. He's like, yo, he dropped 10 raises, and I was like, yeah, thank you so much. I'm so generous. And he goes, yeah, dude, no problem. You're the reason. You and some of the fitness advice you've given over the last few years in the stream. I contribute that as a major reason why I recently lost a total of 70 pounds. 70 pounds, that's a life-changing amount of weight. So for me, it's like, hey, if I can joke around with my friends, it's a fun game also. I can, make content off of it, like between runs. And also if I can just, use my life like experience and strengths, which I've been a personal trainer for over 10 years. Very knowledgeable background on nutrition, supplements. And so if people are just flipping through and then they see, some bearded fucker that's jacked and they're like, hey, you know what? I've been interested in the gym or losing weight. This guy looks like he knows what he's talking about. Let me just ask him something. And then they get like an in-depth answer, for free. It can also, doing it this way with a series like this can also really help some people in a way that I personally can't help them. So for me, I just consider so much more factors than just like, doesn't it get boring? Can it be repetitive? I'm just, hey, what's up, Body Cake? I'm so happy to hear that, Alan. I'm so happy to hear that. I really, I always say if I could just, a bit personal, a bit on the personal side, before each live stream. So I am a Christian, and I always, like, my longest prayer of the day is always like before I go live. And I just, I pray for some people that which I just privately to myself. But I always just, pray and just, wish for the opportunity to either meet someone that might need to hear some fitness advice, but maybe they're like, can't afford a personal trainer. And that's one of the reasons why, if you are here on the live often, you'll notice that if regardless of if I've watched, regardless if I've answered a question 1,000 times in one live, I'll answer it like with intention. I won't make people feel like silly for asking a question. Or if somebody says like, hey chef, what do you think about this diet? I'm eating 10 pounds of butter each day and then fasting for a month after that. No matter what, the reason that I want to keep that at the forefront of my mind is you just never know who could be going through something. And regardless of what their personal beliefs are, I don't care. Like The reason I brought up praying isn't because it's like, oh, I want to convert people to Christianity. That would be great, and I would love to do that. But you'll never hear me, preaching and quoting Bible verses on here because I just don't know that much about it. It's as far as like for preaching and quoting, I just want to be able to hate people in the ways that I'm able to. So the reason I always answer the workout questions that way, with as much intent, is my main goal each stream is like, if I can help like one person for free that might need help in some way, then it was a W day for me. And we just hit 100,000 likes. Let's go. Yes, Simple Fly Marine. Back in 1775. Simple Fly and came alive. Here we go. Much love to you. Simple Fly, I love your name. Let's go! What's go? Yo! Oh my gosh! I wish I could set custom sound on here. Joker! Joker, brother, are you still in? It's a bit of fun, yo. Believed to popular country might not be the best way. But if you were to ask me about it, I would give you the pros and cons of such a height and not like shit on it or anything. Let's go, yo! Humblest of apologies, Mr. Jacob. Humblest of apologies. I feel horrible not being able to get you out. I wish we could do sound alerts for custom stuff like that. Much love, Lord! Yo, we are struggling hard. This is, I think, the most times I have ever lost to a fire giant since my very first page. This weapon is atrocious. Atrocious! Over on the green app kick, Shadow Wooferite, he says, yeah, watching the stream every day. It's heat and loving nature. Have your DMs open over on I want to reach out to that person there. Movie suggestions. The last movie I saw was the Demon Slayer movie, and it was badass. It was fucking amazing. So if you haven't seen that, I recommend it. Do you have work tomorrow? I do not have personal training tomorrow. P4, he just observes our minds. He just observes them. It's just like what a tickler in them. I did not see the chainsaw. Big boy, what the fuck, lad? Coming in with the Galactic Galaxy! Austin's in the live, yo. I tell you what, you guys, a community challenge right here. A community challenge. Big Mike just dropped a Galaxy. If we can get, it doesn't even have to be different people. I'm gonna set a different kind of challenge. So we gotta do the fire drive. If we can get 50 different, 50 W's period, not different, 50 W's period in the live, even on TikTok, before we beat the fire giant, so before we beat the fire giant, we will double the shot. We'll double it, baby! Spam them if you want. I don't care if one person says it. Let's say Big Mike some love lights! Thank you so much. Ah! Sour says, well, I'm not a Christian. What to tell you is one of the reasons your words in DMs on TikTok meant so much is me mom. She was Christian, and she would have loved the things that you said. I appreciate that, Sarah. I appreciate that. Yeah, one thing about me, Sarah can attest to this, I'll never look at anyone different if I'm not believing the same thing I believe. I never look down on somebody, ever. I never say like, why do you do this? You need to do this. You need to be doing X, Y, Z. I live my life, and if people ask me advice on what I would do in certain situations, I don't mind, mentioning it. But it'll be an honest answer each time, whether it's pretending to do with religion or not. Oh my God.
smile, friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Is this loss?
New fam and W's in the chat. Swole fam rising, yeah, welcome to that. Guess what? Guess what?
All right, let's get into our first fire giant attempt of the night. But before we do, not what you think, welcome back, baby. An official not what you think, fighting. Before we get into our first challenge, we're going to thank Big Mike for the huge galley. Let's go, lads. Anytime Gary's flying this live stream, we've got a 5-step process to thank him and honor a Big Mike. We are getting a gum. We're taking a shoe. We're getting a bottle of vodka. I'm pretending like it's only water. We're pouring the water. And my gosh, shoe. This is for Big Mike, lad. 1, 2, 3. And let's see if we got the 50 W's. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Counting from the bottom. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alan's low-key Karen, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 40. Hey, what's up, Reborn? I didn't even see a lot. Welcome. Smith, 41, Dan, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yo. John Cliff saved it. It's a double one. The first shot for Big Mike and the second one for a total of 50 W's from the Sway fam to thank him. Cheers, lads. With great levers comes great responsibilities. Let's go. Okay, this fire giant incoming. Yeah, Caden. I was thinking about you yesterday, brother. I was thinking about you yesterday. How goes the workout process, yeah? Vikings and their drink. I'm not a fucking Viking! Yo, anyone have equipment on a Saturday? Cheers. Thank you so much, Big Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yo, you know what? I swallowed my pride. We put on defensive talisman. I keep getting like input famed on them, you know? Hit the gym today, going tomorrow, and the next day. If that's not motivation to you, I don't know what is. If you're in the live on Thursday, I don't stream on Fridays normally. Every day except for Friday. If you're in the live on Thursday, Caden came in and you know I didn't. I think it's safe to it's fair to say, Caden, I didn't sugarcoat anything, or like I was straight up with you about what I would recommend, and my objective was to tell you like how I would have wanted somebody to tell me when I was your age, you know, and sometimes when that's the right answer for somebody to hear, not you by the way, but sometimes people take it the wrong way, and then you don't end up seeing them again. So Caden, I had it specifically marked down in my mind's eye just to keep an eye out for you on the live. And you know, if we did, you know, see you again, which I had hoped, I wanted to personally congratulate you on say that you have my respect, brother. You have my respect. You have my respect. Keep it up. I know I dropped a fall the other night in case you need to reach out more personally for any advice for it, but I do believe in you. I do believe in you, and I respect you. I read the wiki. It kind of yeah. You can put shield grease on it, but I think that just helps with guard counts. I believe. think I can watch that fuck, lad. I think it just says some guard counters, but I don't have the stuff to make it. Let's go! Dev, I need you, bring out. Element number 2. Most beautiful girl of all time. Alan just dropped his second galley in this very ride. And I'm getting absolutely, like, I'm getting sent to the shadow ring, baby. I'm talking like Exodia. Exodia is obliterating me personally and professionally. So at this point, I really need you to get one of your shoes. Oh, I love your PJs. Can you want to share them up, baby? They're so cute. Okay. Do you mind pouring me a shot of liquor into your shoes, please? In honor of Alan! For supper, I had tacos. I had the last of the tacos that day. Well, she makes them fresh every time with the meat. Yes, please. Thank you. Sounds great, babe. Oh. Yo. That was not 3 seconds. It's defensive. How many times have you played the game in Tato? Probably this would be number 175, I think. Dev hates your liver. She doesn't know any other way. She's from Louisiana, you know. That was a triple. It seemed like that much. Yeah, she said that was the smallest shot I've ever heard. Is anybody in the live from Louisiana? Yeah, our beard's different. Jake also said, for a sure, Robbie. Yeah, Ring says to lock in, and frankly, I agree. Chef attempted Louisiana accent. I can do this one, guys. No problem. I'm not good at accents for the most part. I can do this one. Alright, here's the Louisiana accent. Oh, I'm so hungry. I could just die. If I don't get my salata, I could just die. I haven't had sushi in so long. I think if I don't have sushi, I'll just die. That's the only one I can see on. Sounds the same. What? That was 10 on 10. Dev J's back and he's on the paper app again. And it's just dropped a 4 bomb in this economy. And he says, "Ayo." Dev Finny her, she says, Louisiana under constant fear of dying. It actually is very true if you're familiar with hurricane aura. Yo, J-Lord! Jay says, no! I just got back from the races. Yo, did you get some pictures of it? Videos on the rest? We need it in the discourse. We need it in the discourse! That accent was so bad, Neymar gives. I told you, I'm not good at accents, but I'm moving on. Hell yeah, baby! Alright, I know what I'm doing right after that. Over in media, I seen Jay. Over in media? Okay, good. Okay, let's go see this. Oh, shit. Tony time! I've never played a race. Tony Time says, I'm on the way to Texas. Where's the first landing zone? This state is safe for big man. I didn't realize when I first moved here that you can drive for 13 hours in one direction and still be in Texas straight. Bro. You know, I wanted to shoot you up for a J while he was in here. We're gonna have to do it in his honor if you gotta take off right now. Where Mr. Phase 2? Jake, do we have time? Phase 2! We gotta put a 5 bomb as a massive one. Alright, we better clutch up then. Hartford Sunday! It has been over 2 years since I can't say since I've seen you because you might have been on the live without talking. How the infinite CK7 Hawking Sticks Oriolon! I don't believe it, you do. One of my oldest friends just popped in. I haven't seen him in literally 2 years. In the lives all the time before. Bro, so good to see you. I hope you've been absolutely grand, bro. Yeah, to this day. And he kept the exact same name on TikTok so I could still have the original nickname for him. What's going on, brother? How is life? Great to see you, bro. Let's get on! Yeah, the stakes are high. You know what they say. With great stakes come great responsibility. Let's go, lads! We're pulling up for Jay right here. Anywhere in the media, we've leave no place. We're going to lads! Jay, baby! Viper Lord! What an honor, bro. I didn't believe it, bro. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, hot fudge. I would love to hear a recent W about your life. Would Deb approve of a 5-second shooting clip? Deb, look, I love Deb. I respect her. She doesn't get a say in our shoes. You know what I mean? We don't ask Deb for approving. We ask her for her hand in marriage and if we can love her for all of her life and take care of her for her. Cheers, Jay, with the 5 bomb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, P4. If this is the one, this is mad. More than enough. I did the racing idea for you. Alan, I would have, but the cutscene gave me away. And we have been on this guy. I can't believe it. If it was possible, oh, you know what was the drink of the day at the races, brother? Perfect. Thanks, Shadow. Yeah, let me know when you're on that side. Your exact name on the green. I'm sorry, sure. What's going on? Oh, how are you? I'm fighting a Viking boss in the Convergence, and this thing sucks. Yeah, I took inspiration from you. I want to pay a Viking. Heck yeah, John. Let's go, lads! Big Mike says... Big Mike says, Mrs. Big Mike just slapped me with her sleeper. Said it's for a good cause. Was it to give you the sleeper to her or some water? If so, I'll strip a beat for sure. There we go, Tina in hand. What? Tyrannosaurus Rex! Real name, by the way. Today, what's up, Lord? I know that I haven't seen you in so long. Come again. After all this time with the gifted, bam! Yeah, I see people haven't seen it. We still haven't got the W. I'm hating them. Small guy Isaiah says, didn't Jynxi already beat Elden Ring? Why? Do you mind if I ask why you're asking? So I can see if there's like maybe a miscommunication. Foot no, what that feet have anything to do with it. But it's an expression. Am I licensed, Anna? How the FLO CK Devil Hockey Sticks area? I need to know the drink of the day when they don't navigate to J. Lock in Zeus is so crazy. Lock in Zeus is so crazy, so funny. That was Alan Day. Every now and then one's like extra creative where I haven't heard it before in the variation. That's funny. On my screen it says you're trying to beat the game with every weapon before Jynxi beats the game. Oh, okay. I was having a feeling there might be a miscommunication there. So I think I might. That's why I asked that to my guys. That tells me I probably need to adjust the title. Maybe on like your Mabel, it's not showing the full title because it says before Jynxi beats the DLC on mine, and it says that for most people as well. So maybe it's like a space. Basically living in the Florida of Canada. Oh, this should be good. Please tell us about the Florida of Canada, the location and what makes it such. I can't wait for this one. Florida of Canada just sounds like an oxymoron. Such a cool thing. Instead of a 16-foot gator, you see a 16-foot long moose. Yo, I would take my chances with the gator. People don't realize how massive moose are. And you know what's crazy? They'll drown you. Yeah, they'll drown you. Yeah, Dave agrees. Alice says, when are you going to be away? Oh my gosh, Bray, we're on our last hit already. You're going to be array for your World Cup match. What do you mean, my World Cup match? Like, am I not going to be streaming because I'm watching a match? I don't really see a way that happens unless the US somehow makes it like into the quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. And then I would not be missing these matches. England. Let me know if you need help, Super. Yeah, moose are crazy. They will literally run you down in 6 inches of water, hold your head down, and they'll drown you. You seen them? And they're dangerous. They really are. Deodosaurus says, I live in Michigan. I misread it. There he goes. Oh, Sarah says, my fiance wants to get to Canada. I tell you that only she's... Yeah, those moose are insane, bro. People act like they're so peaceful. What? Sarah, Dave says she's wondering if your fiance wants to go hiking. Bro. What can I do better here? Baby girl, what are you trying to do, my love? Just tell me what you're trying to do, baby girl. Open what? Oh, baby, bring it to me, please.
Well, I accidentally ripped the cork off.
I'll be able to handle it, sweetie. No worries. You'll be able to handle it. You did a good job overall. Okay, you got this done. Red pill or blue pill? I'm not married to any side. They both have their weaknesses. I think everybody should personally not worry about the morals of red pill or blue pill because they're both pretty bad, and instead focus on whatever side provides you the most benefits personally possible. That would be my recommendation. And over the course of my life, it's been different sides for me, depending. Over the course of my life, it's been different sides for me, depending on who's running. That's where I'll leave it. Here you go, beautiful. Yeah. Here we go. Most beautiful guy. Anytime. Next time, bring it to me straight up. Let's go, lads! Oh, yo, Kato's so right, dude. Kato was so right. I'm not deploying the soap in the middle of the fight. I tell you what, with a buzz like this, in honor of Alan, rhyme me if I'm correct. Rhyme me if I'm correct. But is that not your Ted Galaxy? And one sing along, cheers! Down and on! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! We're gonna drop a couple of bonus ones for 3 and 1. Stay generous. Cheers on! Let's go, Jake, baby! Big boy! Here come in, Nini. Cheers, lads!
Are you not entertained?
For Alan! Yo, I have not been able to stop thinking about barbecue nachos since Thursday. Fastest I've beaten the game, it was like 1 hour and 1 minute when we did the magma carousel. Why do you soap? Well, I haven't been, and it's been absolutely fucking me, like Kato said. I agree with Kato. Scale, okay! Alan, what a lad, taking him on his way. Red pill, blue pill advice, they're so accurate. Oh, yeah. And it's especially telling where if you ever do look at a news story on TikTok too long, and that news story happens to be affiliated with one side of the other or the other side, what you'll notice is in these comment sections, there will literally be floods of bots pretending to be a real person. Just making very generic statements about why the side they believe in is right. It's literally bots, and they're and you have to ask yourself, what person, and it's on both left and right wing posts, flooded with bots. And you have to ask yourself, what purpose is this if both sides are doing it? What purpose is it that both sides are doing this? You know what I mean? It's like a cancer's a safe act. You know what I mean? So somebody somewhere or a group of people have decided, like, hey, no matter what, the most important thing is to just flood with the worst things about people in both of the parties, and then try to set up a system where no matter what you do, if you vote one way or another, you're isolating yourself from half of your fellow country. And I'm fucking sick and tired of it. Because it's being done for a purpose and for a reason. But how about that shit, bro? How about that shit? The sooner more people aren't afraid to like reach out and say it for what it is, instead of blindly following. I'll say specifically right now, Right now, for example, Trump is in office. Instead of saying like, oh, Trump is associated with XYZ, therefore any policy that Trump supports is innately evil, and if you vote for it, you share all of the same worst qualities that he showed. The same thing for Biden, by the way, and same thing for Barack Obama beforehand. I think as soon as you start tying yourself in the left, right, and you set up a system to where as long as you find the worst thing about someone and you get enough people, on both sides to say like, hey, if you vote on an issue that they agree with, you are supporting this horrible thing that's each side is doing. You know what I mean? For me, like, I'm just not playing the game. Not saying that you had any intentions behind you. I love all of my fellow men and women, and I think we are all made equally in this world. I think we all have equal say. And I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that if somebody votes for a policy that makes sense financially for their families, whether it's a poor person who's like, yo, I want to vote more left leaning because this will directly hate my life. This will directly hate my life in this time. Only to have people on the right say, yo, you voted for these policies, and look at this news story. This person came into this country illegally, did this horrible act, and it's because you voted for this person. What's wrong with you? And same thing on the other end, like what BFS is. Same thing on the other end. Same thing on the other end. Let's say favorite, there are issues like education, gerrymandering, and disenfranchisement. And the issues are on both sides and always will be. And the sooner that we as the people, whatever country you're in, the sooner we as a people, whatever country you're in, all collectively say, hey, you know what? I know there's horrible people in this world of all kinds of political views. I'm not going to assume that because somebody voted for something that might be best for their family. I'll use specifically right now the example because right now the right in the United States is in power. So I'll use specifically the fact that a lot of people on the right will say, oh, this horrible thing happened from somebody who came in illegally to the country due to more lax immigration policies. It's wrong and disingenuous to take that person and say, you voted for this on the left, you're a bad person for doing that, when there could have been a person who said, hey, you know what, I don't care one way or another about immigration. Me and my family lost my job, and then, Joe Biden's policies, I felt, gave my family the best chance to get different social programs in that moment. They're not intrinsically a bad person. They didn't have anything to do with what happened in that. And vice versa, the same thing. Vice versa, the same thing on the other end. When the left was in power in the United States a few years ago, you're still having people on the left saying, yo, because this guy was in office and people stormed the Capitol. Anyone who votes on the right is racist or a fascist or anything, because I firmly believe individuals need to vote for whatever helps their family in that time. And at different points in my life, it's been one side or another. And then, instead of making it a left versus right issue, when we as a society start voting on how the different policies directly affect our families, that's when you'll have the most unity, because it'll be what's voted for the interest of the families of the country voting, not in the interest of a party that is run by the same factor anyways. Yep, it's actually they want people to choose each other, hate on each other. I just won't play it. I don't care. What's going on, Guardian Nixilon? Yeah, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. Anytime someone says, hey, there's all bad issues with this person, all bad issues with that person, I say, hey, that's irrelevant. If a voter, I'm not going to put myself in the place of a voter who might have needed, you know, really needed some of the social programs that a left-wing politician was running on. And I'm not going to attribute all the bad things that that person's personally or that party associated because that was in their family's best interest at that time. Just like I think it's extremely disingenuous on the other end to say, hey, there's all these issues of these right-wing politicians and they're saying this racist and divisive stuff. And if a policy from a right-wing politician is better for somebody's family that they're advocating for, then and you voted for that candidate, then every single bad thing tied to that candidate, you are not guilty and liable for it. You need to vote for the interest of your family. And when we, as a country, all do that collectively, I'm not worried about left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. I agree, Sarah. My personal opinion, not to be like overly negative, is that it's not really going to matter who you vote for. It's a show. You love Trump. I love no politicians at all. I don't think you can state your opinion, but just a heads up, if you spam, that's against the rules. In my opinion, I would never recommend any person, you know, love one politician. You know what I mean? Because you want to be tied to policies that you support, not actions. Policies that you support, not actions. Whistle and whiskey! What's up, baby? All right, somebody can ban like, oh, you keep spamming. I did ask him. That's the kind of stuff that I need. Like, it's totally fine to think that if he wants to say his opinion and then like that, just then you know he's welcome to. But instead he just spams it, and now it's like, yo, the next person who comes in and says, oh, I support that politician, I'm not going to be like, oh, all the people that support that politician, you know, don't have any brain cells because they can only spam one thing. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, there's good people and there's bad people. Don't judge everyone's circumstance compared to yours. So, I agree with that, Big Mike. Let's go, baby! You got him down there, YP! Honestly, sorry. Here's a YP. Here's a YP. Hey! The other one's on him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over taking sides. And whenever it got brought up in live in the past, I've just said like, hey, I don't talk about politics on the stream. Now, anytime someone directly asks me, I'm going to give that same spiel because I think it just needs to be said. And we need to start looking at each other as people and not play the game as people and not play the game how they want us to play it. Hey, what's going to be to brother? I want to say thank you for the Mexico set. I was honestly surprised to see the post. Oh yeah, brother. So many of my friends are supposed to Mexico for the Cup. So how I look at it, you know, the World Cup is everyone's only talking about you know 2 or 3 teams that have a real shot at it. I'm not rooting for France or Argentina because I don't like rooting for teams that are heavy. It's not fun for me. So I'd rather root for teams that are more underdogs as far as like betting odds. And even if it's not like my personal like favorite team, like so many of my friends are supporting Mexico, it's just fun to watch the matches with them, talk about it. Let's go, baby! Yeah! Welcome back in, Fuka! Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Milok says you're getting thin. I have considered starting to work. But at this point, we're like halfway through 2027, so I think I'll just start to work nights. I think I'll start my fitness journey in 2028. New Year, new me! LMI, no kidding. Hey, welcome over to the paper up soy. What's it about? Where's the cable hat? Yeah, look, I always keep it next to me. It's like a prompt for whenever we need to cable you. We always call it a roast. I agree. Everyone has a story. I agree with that. And the biggest thing I think is to listen to other people's story in good faith and not assume the worst in our fellow humans. It's a lesson I really took to heart lately. Not from a political standpoint, but just in general in life standpoint. It's like people are far more likely to do things not for a malicious and evil reason, but because they truly think that they can hate them and maybe on their specific family issue that they're talking about. So instead of tearing down your fellow man and woman, should be lifting each other up and then saying, hey, we're going to wait for the policies that's best support to my family's current situation that I feel like can, and take the emotions out of it. And that way, instead of just swearing, saying like that one guy that came in and just started saying like, I love Trump, like great, like do you have anything quality to add? Because now you just look like you're making yourself look silly. You know what I mean? Never love a politician. They just try to make it about who you voted for instead of trying to lead the country. I agree with that. Like whatever side you're on, you know how many people on. It's easy right now because Trump is in office to use examples of like present times, like the last couple of them that I did. But it's easy to remember all the people, or it's easy to forget all the people that voted. Shoot, okay, this guy's firehouse. It's easy to forget now all the people that voted opposites. Then that we're doing the same thing, but on the other side. Yeah, we're trying to be locked right. This has been the hardest time we've ever had. Hey, what's up, Mazenod? Raymond Rue? Oh, That was my thought process as well, so and now anytime it's asked anywhere, I'm just going to go into a spiel about how we just need to treat people better for people and not just assume our situation and our knowledge and our understanding of the world is universal to everybody. Yeah, we usually fry him right away. It's just the very low damage output, having to chase him down and just having to play it well for so long. Some of his, like, honestly, the biggest reasons that we die are like some of the areas on this arena where he like rolls and he gets stuck and ends up like coming at a different angle where it like double hits you. That's been killing us each time, really. Yeah, damage is the problem because it makes the fight so long. And then really all it takes is one kind of weird roll because it's a knee game +7 where we can get like a double hitbox. Or like what happened last time is Look at that damage. Very, very rare spook with the other uses. If someone's being racist, target and give in to them and react to like an angry reaction. They say instead, you know, you should pay no mind as if you know, someone very ignorant is speaking. From my perspective, I take it a step further. I agree with the concept, and I would say I challenge you to take it even a step further. And you'll see it on here all the time. People will come on and say very nasty stuff to me. Holy smokes. Crazy. This is by far been the worst. Very nasty personal stuff to me. In the live all the time, you know, call me a loser for streaming video games, like deeply personal stuff, as far as like being like a bad father, like as far as you know, being like a bad father because I got a daughter but I stream a lot. People will judge you 10 ways to Sunday and put you down non-stop. And while I realize it's not racism, the core concept is the same. I found for me, whenever people do that, instead of just like ignoring it, and especially instead of like saying something mean back, I treat them with love. I treat like legitimately. Like I'll because you have to think, like, if somebody is so like miserable in their own life to where they see a random person of a different color than them in public and they say nasty things to try to put them down, to say, oh, I know that this can get under their skin, I'm gonna say, you know, these racist remarks to their face because I want to put them down. Like you said the other day, if you react angry in return, they're like, oh, that's why. You know, that's why, you see, you've now brought yourself to there. I always put down, fuck them. I you know, when you do that, that is a strategy, and I understand the thinking behind why people do that for sure. Like I totally get fuck you, fuck me, fuck you kind of mindset. But what you'll find is if you do that, you'll find for them, they got the reaction that they wanted. They want to say nasty stuff and get under your skin. So if you know, if you say always put them down, fuck them, like, yeah, you can probably say something meaner back, but then in their mind, they're like, I knew I could bring you down to my level. No, I mean, it's bad. Yeah. So if you do that, you're playing into their hands, and they'll keep going, and nothing will change. And if instead, obviously I can't talk about racism directly, but I can talk about, you know, live streaming every day for 4.5 years, and how I personally react to like personal, like vile comments, as long as it's to me. Because y'all notice I'll never ban anyone for saying bad stuff to me. It's got to be, you know, something saying vulgar stuff to my girl in this live, they'll get banned. Which is not, wow, your girl is beautiful. Wow, that girl's pretty. No, that's a compliment. Thank you. I know she's beautiful. I'm talking vulgar, wrong stuff, right? But when people are saying bad stuff to me, you know, my thought process is, what must they be going through in their own life to where, as they're scrolling, because this isn't the first stream that they stopped on, they're like, this guy right here, F you. Oh, all this, you're doing all this, and you have this much, you're doing all this work, and your last video only had this many views. They'll look for something. But instead of like playing into that mindset, because all that will do, whether it's like a racist comment or somebody directly putting personal insults to you. As soon as you instead like think like, what must they be going through to be hurting this bad, to be trashing out around them, and you show them kindness in that moment. You wish them love. If you are religious, you ask if it's alright if you pray for them, and not in a malicious way, not in a jab, I'm getting under their skin kind of way, but like legitimately, it's going to stick in their head. Even if they don't change that day, they might keep insulting you for another 20 minutes, like I've had happen on this live many times. But it might stick in their head, and then maybe the next time that they're doing that to the next streamer, or the next, or like what Diota said, it's they're a racist individual, and the next time they're doing that to another person of the same race, and then that person also shows them grace and says, hey, you sound like you're really going through something right now. I wouldn't talk to a stranger like that if it was me. And whether you're hurting, directly on things that you can't control, or whether you legitimately feel this way, I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you have only positive experiences going forward. And I don't know if you're religious. I am. I would say, would you be all right, if I pray for you? Because I didn't want any bad things to happen to you. And it seems like he must be going through something. It seems like he must be going through something really, really tough. I've been through times that were really tough in my mind when I felt like lashing out at the world. Instead of like taking it higher than grind. One thing that I'll often say in the stream is an example from me. I'll be like, hey, when I was a young man and I was trying to get my citizenship in this country, and I felt like I had to jump through all these hoops, I joined the Marine Corps. I got harassed in boot camp a whole lot, for example, because of my accent, picked on pretty brutally. I always had to do like, the worst stuff, and got messed with the most, and I was angry and trashing out, and there was a time in my life when I would just, the world said fuck me, fuck the world, right? But it didn't change anything. It didn't change anything. Whenever I was nasty back to the people that were nasty to me, it didn't matter if I could be more nasty to them. It didn't matter if I could be, worse to them in that moment. Didn't make a change. All it did is make that light in their eyes. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, you are what I thought you were. Or even if it's not even a personal thing, it's, I got you. I was able to bring you down here with me, and you lose a little bit of yourself the more that you do that. The only way I've ever seen any change is maybe it wasn't in that moment. Like I said, maybe that person stayed in the live stream and they were insulting me for streaming video games, and they're saying, yo, you're 30 years old, you need to start a family, you need to do this, you need to that. Why are you playing video games? You're a loser, you're no life, what's wrong with you? You're a failure, your mom thinks this and this and this. You should just quit. What's the point of you even existing? And many you do have a daughter. Why? She's gonna grow up and she's gonna see these clips and she's gonna be embarrassed of you and what I've heard it all. I promise you. I've heard it all. And like I said, for me, I'm thinking it's probably not going to make a change in this person's life right now today when they're berating me. But maybe over the course of the next week, month, year, if they go into 100 live streams and say whatever they can to hurt as many people, on 10 of them, they treat them with love back. Over time, that's the only thing that can really heal a person and really make a change in a person. Same thing with racism. Same thing with discriminating against people for any reason, sexuality, religion, regardless. You don't have to agree with everyone's religion or beliefs personally, but You definitely shouldn't berate them for dying and make them feel less than when we were all crazy. Yeah, sorry about the rant. It's something I feel pretty passionately about. And you know, when Dildo said, you know, what they were talking about, it was like I agree so much with what Dildo was saying. You know? Ah, let's go, Shady! Out for the night. We're certainly miss you, baby! Escanor! Beat out. Yeah, congratulations. You never forget the first time. Exactly, dude. You couldn't have put a better mistake. Exactly. You couldn't have put a better mistake. Yeah, Caleb! Yo, you made it back in. You guys, this is my friend that I was talking about earlier tonight. He was in at the start. That lost 70 pounds. He just shared the big update today, you know. He just shared the big update! Can we get to W. Caleb a whale of congrats, Lord! I was born and raised in North Ireland, but I've lived in the United States. It's like a faded Irish accent, you know? It's like a faded Irish accent. They can't do anything, they're just hating because they're not happy. I agree. So in those moments, my objective isn't really that in those moments my objective isn't like, oh, I want to justify the reasons behind what I'm doing or why what they're saying is untrue. My objective is I know like once you've already gone there, once you've already said really nasty things to somebody, almost never human nature in that moment are they going to back down from what they're saying, because they're gonna go to the next level and the next level and try to, because once you already start here and somebody reaches you like and says like, hey, I love you anyways, once you already do that, the only thing that they're going to do in that moment is either just leave or start saying more stuff. Eventually they'll leave, but they won't get me to say anything rude to them and nasty to them in return, because it's a change that happens over time. It's a change that happens over time. So it might not be with you in that moment, but the next time, 10 times from that, 20 times from that, 30 times from that, eventually it's the only thing that really can make change. No shirt. And I had a shirt right when the live started. It was mad. I had a shirt right when the live started. But we tore it the fucking half to celebrate big Gaddis from the Swipe on. It was like the live started. Listen to this. We had time in the operating now. Guilty Clips and Adrian. Bad Galaxies right when it started. I see some people getting out here right now. Collective good night. I see Harley. Much love to you, brother. Mazen. I see Billy here. She says, all we can do is focus on what's in our control and do what we can. Let the rest go. We can't control how people act, especially in their career, but we can control how. Agreed. You can't, yeah. You can't control like how other people act, and you can't control your direct feelings in that moment from, you know, when you're hearing those words and when you're being paraded that way. But you can control your actions despite how you feel. Unfortunately, I go through roughly 6 shirts a week that are torn in half, quite unfortunately. I've heard the World Cup intensifies with fans. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, that was such a cool story. You know, John just said, it's cool how the World Cup intensifies with fans. Japan leaving the stadium and cleaning it, you know. I thought that was so cool that I made it a point. I made it a point. So my daughter Anna, a lot of y'all know, she's 2.5 years old. I made it a point to like not only because I would always show her like, okay, we need to picture away our trash. But now, like, I think that's such a good example of what the Japanese national soccer team did. You know, it's not, you know, Japan, it's not their home country. They're here to watch, you know, their team on what did they do after all the matches? Stay behind and clean the stadium. Like, that never happens in the US, and it's like, you see that, it's like, why does that not happen? We should be doing that. So ever since that match, John, I love that you brought that up. We've been making it a point. We as in we talked about. We've been making it a point. I've been making it a point to have her hate me, clean up and make it better, like everywhere, not just her own stuff, but everywhere. It's really cool. Yeah, it's one of the brilliance of sports. You out here, Kaya? Have a great one, Kaya. Much love to you. Kaya, the kick legend. Kick Kaya. No way. I tell you what, we were robbed of a match of the century. We could have found, if the starts in 11 from there we had played France, it could have been a star-studded match. How you say buff and strong. Thank you, much love. I've been training for over 10 years, diet and bodybuilding for early on. It's been about 5 years now. Just a lot of time and a lot of consistency. This is the worst shield. This is worse than the Rickety wooden shield. Yo, is this finally going to be the time? I didn't want to count my eggs before the chicken. Why is it worse? I am glad you asked. The rickety wooden shield, you have the ability to change the Ash of War. Meaning, if you want to, you can put bleed on it. You can put parry on it, so you can parry max bosses, critical strike him in the wrist. This weapon is a unique weapon, meaning you cannot change the Ash of War. It does not have any it does not have any status naturally on it, so you can't put bleed on this thing. You can't put poison on this thing. Its Ash of War, as Big Mike said, is literally called no skill. And it does nothing. It does a slower hit for less damage. If that wasn't bad enough, check this out. This weapon also does split damage. A split damage shield means that instead of just having to deal with the boss's like physical defense, you also have to deal with their magic defense. So it's just objectively going to be worse than it would if it was either full physical or full magic for every boss. Because you can't focus on like buffing up the damage on one side, it's split. So you gotta pick and choose. Am I gonna try to buff physical? Am I gonna try to buff magic? It's just, and if that wasn't enough, oh my goodness. It's a new game plus 7, so all of those issues get magnified tenfold. The lack of damage, how much longer the fights take because of that lack of damage, how much you get punished, for those longer fights because you're getting 2 tapped or 1 tapped in New Game Plus 7 due to how strong the bosses are. Jynxi is indeed playing the USA. Philly here, she says, on that topic, if anyone wants a good tip on navigating emotions in conflict, I had a therapist teach me about the book that's I control. I used it for years, and now it's second nature. That sounds really grand. It's a book, you said. I would rather the cannon. The thing about the cannon was it did a lot of damage. So with the cannon, I could make a build and specialize on trading hits. Say I could put on the Dragon Crest Great Shield, for example, the Ritual Shield Talisman, HP recoveries, talismans in order to be able to tank a hit and at least trade. So I could damage them back. This one here, it's just atrocious. I'm always stuck between do I make it offensive by trying to put on the 2-handed sword talisman, charge talisman, knowing the fights will last so long, and there will be times like that, for example. Played it down there, perfect fight for the last 15 minutes, but Jynxi versus Chef would not be fair for me, Anybody that can do a first-time Souls game with 60,000 people watching them, I don't want any parts of it. He'd piece me. Of course. Hands back, Slife, yeah. You're talking the one with the Ash of War that gives you iframes, it's really sick. Yeah, save cool, if that's the one you're talking about. I don't remember the name. Was the shield that shot fire? Much better than this. I could focus on a fire build, and once I learned how to animation cancel the fire shield, it was loads better. I think I even beat Melania with that. Hey, much love, LYP. Hey, big ups again on the show. Big ups again on, yo, that shield was not a facsimile. Obsidian, yeah. The Obsidian Llama is objectively one of the top 5 coolest weapons. And by objectively, I mean in my opinion, based on complete subjectivity. Eli Line! I mean, he's playing right. All right, here we go. Let's finally finish this fight, she goes. Let's finish it! By the Sway Farm right here, right now! I just and at any time I could get double rolled if he hits the map weird and one-shots him. Never mind, forget anything. I beat the DLC Radon for the first time recently. I was hyped. Yo, first time beating DLC Radon is equivalent to that first time Melania W. Whenever people let me know, Exadia, that it was their first time beating, you know, the game or Melania or DLC Radon, bro. I always gotta ask, you know, because obviously we're doing this series. What weapon are you using when you finally beat them for that first time? And what build as far as talismans did you have with you? So I've learned so many different, and the Godskin Peelers, excellent. But you saw that damage, hit one time from the fucking. Georgie Nation! Bro, we needed some of that good luck, George. And I've got a feeling. I got a feeling it's about to hit, lads! I'm probably gonna first time Melania tomorrow. And what's that build looking like? Kato says, Savage reading. My eyes would have been glued to the screen when I say this. You know, Kato, bro. It's, I mean, you do have a good point, but it's for me, it's worth the risk, because even when it's hard, I enjoy hearing, you know, different people's perspective, and I heard a ton of different ones today. All kinds of stuff, you know. And I didn't want to miss any questions. Dual wielding ant spear repeaters would be insane. All right, we did these when we did ants. It was fun. I have actually not ran Vike's spear yet, but it is an upcoming weapon that's being requested. It's probably not going to be very good because most enemies can't get the madness proc on them. Dual Uchi katanas with poison is so underrated. So underrated because everyone loves plea builds. You know, another one that's really fun is doing a poison build with one poison weapon, like one Uchi katana. And then in your offhand, equipping the Maddening Hand, which is from the DLC that increases your damage after you poison the enemy by, I think it's 20.5 seconds after you proc a poison. And of course you could stack that with the mushroom head, the poison talisman as well. And then just other damage talismans. Yo, quick assassin. We had a nice long break from the shields break, but look at this. We actually did the math. There are 79 shields in this game. And this is number 48. So we are working our way up. I was gonna give my beard pre-nerf or not. I hate it when TikTok has some of those random filters. Buckets of control, you have 3 buckets. You have full control over what you eat, what you say, etc. Things you have infinite over, the response. Yes. Yes. I agree. So far I agree wholeheartedly. And I think can say the same things. To a degree. On things you have no control over. Actions that have happened in the past, etc. Most to be able to list things in a given situation in a bucket. I really like the idea. I really like I like that concept. I kind of just naturally, say 1 and 3, but I didn't really have a second one, personally. Things you have influence over, the response of others. Okay, I missed it. Part of the problem on reading some of these ones when in one of these. Yeah. What a great concept. I've never thought to consider that a separate bucket. Specifically, things you have some influence or some control over, and the things that were mentioned there by Philly Hershey was the response of other people, so not yourself. The response of, oh my goodness. The response of other people. To something that you do or you say. Yeah, I love that. I've never even thought about it from that perspective, but it's 100% right. Blitz again! Welcome into the YouTube Sorgood saying. He says, I can sing like a dog. We're positive. Hey, much longer. I hope you kick whatever nasty illness you fights into the assistant hockey stick on. I hope you absolutely send it to the shadow realm. I know, my gay friend's Paul was, he's pretty much never sick. He had a stomach today. He's basically, he thought he might have just ate too much pie there, which could be the case, but hopefully he's not actually sick, I hope he says something fast that will affect you for so long, Mr. Blitzer. Dude, we are so close. This fire giant fight with this shield has taken between last stream and this stream 6 hours. And now, after all that turmoil, it is officially over. If you were hanging out in the live stream for over 1 hour of these attempts, put a 1 in the live so I can thank you, Ben Rockin and Ryan, and thank you, Joker, Dylan and Pete for stream. What? Kaya, let's go! Nick, Joker, Nathan, Toy, Big Alex, let's go. Everybody whopped. And Georgie, good luck, Charm. Gav, the one, Nick, John, let's go, Tall Fun Whoppers, Boost, Charin, Harris, Ray, Jake, Shadow Lord, Dart Punk. Oh, it's over. It's over. Hey, much love, Sit, Gojo. One word and one word alone. Let's fucking go. Oh, much love. Much love! Let's go, Jake! Ooh, that was a tough one. First try. Do you really talk like that? As far as like saying first try when it obviously wasn't. Yeah, it's kind of an ongoing joke in the stream. A joke based on full reality, because it was the first time. Claw, Talisman, Laird, a Blood Execution, and there's... Oh, yeah. With the God's Key Peeler is one of the best builds in the game. Yo, I know, I see quite a few people that are signing off, including Joker, including Kikikoya. I see Ova, I see quite a few people signing off here. Quite a few people signing off. So I gotta give oh, let me scroll up here, Sarah. I know you were rocking the moon with us till the giant went down. I was trying to see everything, but let me make sure it didn't get buried here. Oh yeah. No, I miss this. Sometimes when I'm in the fight and I'm glancing up at life, if I see something being added to somebody else, sometimes I categorize it like, hey, they're talking to somebody else, not necessarily like to me. So I missed the first one that you said, but then I saw sit rival and use response to it. So I flagged that, you know. Much love. Oh man, hey, later Austin. Much love. Sarah says, I share something that's happened on a daily basis since I was 8 years old. This is Sarah over on the paper app, you guys. Sarah over on the paper app. Him and Mrs. Sarah, amazing individuals, human beings. They both in their life quite a bit on inspiration on some of the causes that they champion, including, it looks like this is partially including that. He says all that, you know, he has Tourette's, right? So that combined with, you know, ADHD caused him to get a lot of bullying when he was in school, you know. He said it was really hellish and it was really horrible. And he says he would never want anyone to go through what he did as he was growing up. And sometimes he's like, even now to this day, he's like, I'm an adult, you know. This is my friend Sarah talking. This is cool. This is really cool. Cool in the sense of like the growth, not this part, but it's cool in the sense of like the growth. And he says, even now I'll be 1v1 in Rainbow Six and I beat a guy and he's mad that I beat him and he starts making fun of me Tourette's. And he said, you know, through some of that, he said he went through a 3-year period where he was, you know, depressed and you know, suicide attempts. But you know, eventually he got, you know, support with himself and with people around him. He says pulls himself up and he says now he doesn't care if people insult him because at the end of the day he says, you know, I built myself into something that I am proud of. And he says, I got a loving fiance, a loving family, and I'd never change a thing. Well, that's the mindset. That's the mindset. Thanks for making sure I didn't miss that, Sarah. Thanks for making sure I didn't misreading that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I would agree with that mindset 1000%. Much love, Zayx. I would, you know what? I got a challenge for you, Zayx. I got a challenge for you. Actually, first of all, Zayx, let me know if you're still in over on TikTok. I got a challenge for you. Yeah, one of the first things when I met Sarah, like the first one of the first things that he did, I went to go check out his stuff because I hadn't seen him in here before, and I say some of the stuff that he champions, and I might be mispronouncing it. Is it Zixo? Zixo, if you're still here, let me know because I got a challenge for you, buddy. Yeah, amazing lad. Yeah, we did the one-eyed shield. At first, it was pretty tough. Like the first half of it was okay, excellent. The first half of the one-eyed shield run was really tough, but once I learned that you can animation cancel with a roll, it got loads easier.
This world and death. Are you prepared?
Here's the challenge. You said, hey, I love this stream. I want to stay. I might come back if you have another stream. Here's my challenge for you. Here's my challenge for you. Is it Zaya? If I'm saying that wrong, if you're able to phonetically. Is it okay if I call you Z? Z? Here's my challenge for you. Next time that you happen to be in the live, just be like, yeah, chef, I don't care if it's a day, a month. I hope it's not a month. I hope you're regular. But hypothetically, if it is, here's my challenge for you. Here's my challenge for you. Next time you're in live, be like, yo, chef, it's been a while. Do you remember where we met? And as long as you got that profile picture and that name, sometimes people can trick me. Sometimes people trick me and they're like, yo, chef, it's been so long. How you been? And they have like their name completely changed and a different profile picture. So I'm like, and I feel bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry, brother. I can't recall. And they're like, oh, I used to be called this. And then it clicks. Yeah, but here's the terms of our challenge. You keep your stuff. If you do keep your stuff, your profile picture and your name as it is, come back in at any time and ask me if I remember what was going on in Elden Ring when I met you, and I'll be able to tell you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Or I'll cash app you, or I'll cash app you $20 US, because I'm not confident. Because your word stuck out to meant a lot to me. I appreciate it. Demon, we are indeed still live, and we're about to face try the gods can do it. We're getting one gods can do it. One gods can do it attempt in tonight. One gods can do attempt. I want to see how the gods can do a fight will play out. We're gonna do one attempt at them for tonight, and no matter what happens, dub or A, that'll be where we pick it off tomorrow. I can't parry with this shield, LOLZ. I literally can't. You see the Ash of War? You're watching on the paper lap. It's no skill. You can't change it either. It doesn't parry. It doesn't parry. I've got multiple people on different platforms saying, Chef, do you remember what I was doing when you met me personally? And unless I tell you exactly what we were doing, like exactly what we were doing and where we were when I met you, I'm not going to immediately recollect it. I'm not going to immediately recollect it at that point. But if I say I'm going to, it's because something happened right then and there that was said like at a certain moment that was like a hard thing in my mind forever. And speaking of hard things in my mind, Big Mike says stop complaining and put a shit in the line. Gods can do it, shots can shoot it. We're a blood in honor of Big Mike, baby. One word and one more to live. What would Vegeta say? It was the devs talking about the cheese. Oh, I remember that because that other Nick was in the live as well. Yeah, I do happen to remember that. With the plot. I do happen to remember. A serial local. I'm honored. Chuchu says that I come at a bad time. Yeah, you came in the perfect time. Because we've got a 5-step process. Anytime somebody is willing and able to support this live stream, hammer down Big Mike with the Viking hammer, the equivalent of a galaxy and a half rods. You know what that means? Yeah, perfect time to come in, Gigi. Check it out. It's a 5-step process. It's like this. People not only generous enough to spend some of their Saturday or Sunday here, but if you're gonna go on past that, support the live like Big Mike, we're gonna choose you for it. So here's that 5-step process. Step 1, you get a girl. That one is mine, Devin. Step 2, and this is it can be tricky if you haven't had the conversation. It can be tricky. Step 2 is you take your girlfriend's shoes. This one right here is her pink Air Jordans. It's what we've been rocking with for the last week and a half. Step 3 gets a bottle of liquor, and there's a bit of a trick with it. For streaming purposes, Chuchu, for streaming purposes, you just state that it's water, so you can't get any trouble. Step 4! There's not a step 2.5. I don't sniff the shoe. I check. I look in it. There's their water. I just checked. It's not. I'm not sniffing actually. That would be. Maybe like something that like sweet would do. Pour the water, and you're gonna see Big Mike hammer down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And then step 5. Cheers, Big Mike. Sky salute. One word in, one word out. Let's fucking go. Big ups for Big Mike, baby! Alright, how about that? Can we get some love? Can we get some W? Honorary pillage for a Viking. I'm not a fucking Viking! What's your favorite flavor? Liquor to drink out of a shoe. I've been more into vodka as of late. After finding out there's lots of vodka I made from potato. Yeah, I don't even need that much. Z, I don't even need that much. Hey, much love, Wampus. I appreciate you and your name being nicknamed after the giant monster-like animes that originated in Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back and captured Luke Skywalker in an ice cave, where in a life or death situation, he finally got a handle on his force powers and first put his lightsaber to him before cutting himself down, defeating the Wampa. Have you tried sake? Yeah, sake's grand. Yeah, I do. I like sake. The fact you understand the reference makes you say happy, of course. I love Star Wars. Of course. You saw his news because, yo, boost! Nah, it's a knockout deep in that. It's a knockout deep in that. True Irishman loving potatoes, look. The funny part about stereotypes is we can all kind of laugh at them a little bit because, especially me, right? Like, I'm Irish. Anytime somebody makes a potato joke, it's like, oi, or a drinking joke, and then I'm like, wait, I might pretend to like be like, oh, but it's kind of true for a reason. It's kind of true for a reason. You're the only streamer that I've ever met that's understood your name. Hey, that's their loss, bro. That's their loss. They need to get into the lure. Are you from China? I am indeed from China. How did you know? I am indeed from China. I don't know what gave it away. Welcome in, Benny! Good and bad stereotypes, yeah. You know, I don't know if you're a Shindy. I was not Shindy, bro. Do you drink with horns and party with Thor? Nah, I don't drink out of a fucking horn, lad. Yo, Jake, what do you mean? What? How else would anyone drink out? Welcome me? Hello. Welcome in, water. Welcome in. Can you say, this is Sparta? All right, gods can do it.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me, Koya? Are you kidding me? Kaya hanging out even on the green app the entire time. Came over to the paper up for the first and only God's Kid attempt with the big bitch. Cheers, Kaya. Yeah, we have indeed used the snipers. Let's go. Vape. G whiskey and vodka. Oh, that's grand. That's grand. Hell yeah. Yeah, the starfish are really good. Hey, what's up? Average, welcome. Welcome. Okay, how do we plan this? You know what? I want the first attempt to be a good one. I'm gonna go fully defensive. I really hate taking off that talisman because it makes backstepping not work on almost all the time. we used to work on a couple that they have to only last 2 frames or less. So it's to be like right at the very edge. Oh yeah, I've done pickle shots before. All right. First and only attempt of the night on these guys. If we get this, I've got 1 word and 1 word delay. This victory may happen in honor of Big Mike. And I think that's valid. Music's a little quiet. Easily adjustable. I appreciate the feedback. Jynxi, we get that fixed for next time. It's one of those things where I use 2 different streaming softwares. I've got TikTok Live Studio and OBS. And if I a lot of times adjusting the volume, it's safe. These platforms pick it up differently. So it's a bit of a balancing out, but I always appreciate the feedback on the audio. I'll adjust it for next week. All right, let's get this. Here's wooden claws, what the Dutch. Oh my goodness. Controller and AirPods full power? Yes. At least not full power, but at least grand. Yeah. Good start. That's a good start. That's actually really... Actually, what you guys are doing is actually really smart. Gods, I know what you're doing, and it's actually really smart. That's not a lot of damage. Here we go. Oh, I won't hold you to that, Nick, bro. You do so much just being in the lives, bro. You do so much. TikTok side legend, bro. I won't hold you to that, bro. It's going to take a bit of fighting. We better make it a good one then, you know? That's how I look at it. Yeah, whiskey and cake are grand, honestly. If you're in the mood for a bit sweeter. That is a lot of hits and not a lot of damage. Did we get a date line in one sighting? Did anyone hear Godfrey? Hey, what's up, Darzad? Hey, sounds good, Z. Later, brother. Bro, we have hit him with, I think, 5 different jump attacks and at least 4 fully charged heavies. That's the amount of damage gone. Bro, this has been the worst weapon in this entire challenge. The damage is somehow like worse than it looks in Easy. The next weapon, I forget, it's a staff. It's the staff that boosts lunar sorcery. Does anyone remember that staff's name so I can answer a bit to the people asking? Yeah, it's worse than the canon DLC, Ellie. And I hope your weekend's been grand so far. The thing about the canon is that as long as I set up a build focused on trading hits, at least the cannon did enough damage to where it makes trading hits worth it. This just does no damage. No damage, no range. What more could you ask for? Luna Sorcery? Yeah, the 4 main ones. I appreciate that, American King. This is just atrocious.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
He's right there on him. I can't even. We can't use items. I've made it like a. I made it a point not to use items because if so, the whole point of this series, Jesse James, is to beat the game from start to finish with every single one, you know. And so, when I was thinking about like, hey, how am I going to decide, you know, what can't use? I didn't want to use anything that I could kind of use as a co-op, you know what I mean? So like, I knew there was going to be some weapons that are really tough. And I think part of what makes this series, at least to me, interesting is the different ways you can make a build. This one's highly focused on survivability with a shield like this. That no matter what I do is going to have no damage. But like if I let myself use items, anytime I had a hard weapon, it would just become a consumable enemy run and I'd be using cherry knives, you know? Or sleeping patience on these guys. And then it's like not really how does the weapon perform. It's like, hey, how good are you with sleep potions and managing the resources to maximize the gods can fight? And for the record, I don't. I know how some Souls players can be. I'm definitely not one of those people that are like, oh, if you use sleeping patience on these fuckers. You know, it doesn't even count. I'm not really keen on that. People should play how they want to play. A quick assassin says, is it better to have 30 very active viewers or have 100 viewers but only 10 are active? Ideally, you would want both, right? So, ideally, you want a stream that's both active and growing in numbers. But if the question is just like, hey, you have to do this one or that one, me personally, I would choose 30 people that are active. But regardless, that is an interesting question, Queen, because you know, sometimes you'll see like streamers playing a game that has like not very many active people there. Some genres are more active, but there'll be a lot of people watching it. I see this a lot on what's better for the algorithm. So this is just speculation, because none of the platforms really directly will answer that. And what I suspect is true is that at different times, different ones have been true on different platforms. But I think now in 2026, it doesn't matter how many followers you have on any platform, and it doesn't matter how many people are appearing to be in your live at any stream, simply because of the amount of botting that happens. People, you know, pay to get a bunch of followers on like a certain social media platform, or you know, a bunch of people to like watch a live, and a lot of them are bots in those cases. What is the number for ratio? It doesn't exist. And if it does exist on a level inside of the different algorithms, it's something that's different on different platforms, and something that's always adjusted over time. So here's, I would love to give you a straight up answer, but there's not one. So here's what happens. Companies like, so right now, since we're watching on the Purple app, I use that. Companies like the Purple app say, hey, we're going to identify bot viewers with this set of criteria. And they'll code in a certain feature that would alert the Purple app to be like, hey, these aren't real people in there. Because the reality is, just on a numbers perspective, if you have 100 people in your live that are real people, you're not going to have 10 people that are active. Say, it's just not the case. Like, I realize that some people would put it up on the computer and be like working and doing other stuff. So, like, just statistically over time, that won't happen consistently. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't know if anyone ever worked like a sales job where you had to make a lot of calls and you heard, or you had to send out a lot of messages, and you heard like different ratios that people paid a lot of money to study. That would say things like, hey, if you make 100 calls a day, you know, half of the people are gonna pick up. Half of those people that pick up are gonna hang up on you immediately, and then it's gonna be up to you. It's gonna be up to you to commit to it. It's the same thing with these the stuff on social media. So there was a time, like what Demon said, where I believe that Twitch did prioritize that. But the PayPal app recently really cracked down on people hiring like bots to just make it appear as though there's people viewing a live stream, but there's not. And so now, if it happens, it's essentially a bannable offense. If it happens and you get caught doing it, and for a good reason. Because if the Purple app is paying out money based on how many people are in the live, say let's crank it up even, say it's like 20,000 people, and the Purple app is paying out that money because they're getting like ad revenue from different companies to run ads, which according to their market research is going to generate X amount of sales. But now all of a sudden it's fake people. Then companies are paying, you know, companies are now paying like Twitch to show ads to what they think are real people, but the number of sales that generate doesn't match up what should be happening consistently on like a period of time. And there's ways to verify it. Like there could be a stream in like a nutshell that exists, how you're describing, where you could have like 100 people in the live, but only 10 people like talking every now and then. But just consistently over a long period of time, like that just won't be the case. And one of the ways that they identify that is they adjust their own algorithms and how to detect that there is an AI being used to put viewers in a live that they're not real people. And then what happens is those same companies that sell bots, they adjust their algorithm to make it harder to detect. Oh my goodness. Based off of how they realized they were bots last time. So it's always like a cat and mouse kind of thing with people that want to make money off of, you know, making it look like fake viewers are in a live stream, and companies that want to make money off of selling that technology. But bottom line, whatever the algorithm currently supports, it'll only be temporary, because eventually, because people would be losing money, enough money and market research goes into identifying, you know, why that's the case. And it's always because people have found a way to fake it seeming like there's a lot of people on the stream. We're gonna dominate sorted! Are you kidding me? Dominate says I'm in a whale of a time! Yo, brother, oh my gosh, dude, I have been on this early attempt to the night dominate for a good 10 minutes. This is as much progress as I made. I've lost 5 heals. I shouldn't have done that attack. I could have been hit there. Yo, we gotta drink to that, bro. We need to have a whale of a time as well. A whale of it. You guys, there is a big birthday. There is a big birthday going on right now. A big birthday going on right now. It is officially Domino's birthday, and Domino has been so generous as to drop a birthday timing. Wow! Domino, tell us how late you're turning. Cheers! The great 4-5. Yeah, you guys, can you join me in singing a happy birthday? Happy birthday to Domino. Like this. Happy birthday to you. Domino, much love to. We're pouring it up right now for Domino and J2 and many.
You like that?
Fucking more.
You like that?
Cheers, lads! A whale diving! The equivalent of 2.5 garlic, 1.5 garlic, 2.5 garlic, 1,000, 2,003, 1,000, 2,003, 1, and Jake, aka John Donuts with the equivalent of the garlic. Let's go! 1,000, 2,003. Is it righteous in here? And is it just righteous? He just dropped a 5 bars over on the people up in this economy. And righteous says simply, fuck this shit. Righteous 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yo, challenge for you guys. I was only going to do one attempt, but that came out of left field. Domino, Jake, and Righteous. While we do this shoey, that was so generous and unexpected. I assure you, while we do this shoey, if 2 out of 2 of you guys want to see one more run on the night, we're going to run it right back. In honor of birthday, Domino, Jake, and Righteous out who says, fuck this shit. Let's go, lads. One vote for yes from Domino. No votes from Righteous or Jake as of yet. Hey, Mini. You got it. All right, 3 out of 3. Love it. In honor of righteous oath. Play. Fucking fire. In honor of righteous oath, in honor of Domino, in honor of John, we're going to take a completely different effect this time. A completely different. We're going to do one more attempt, and this time we're going to say, you know what? We're going to go fully offensive. Fully offensive. DLC LA! You got to be fucking kidding me! That's DLC LA to you, eh? Oh, Ellie, you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know how the DLC is going. Is it over? In your honor, DLC, Righteous Earth, John, and the mighty Code 35. Okay, Domino. No. Rah! Ellie! 1, 2, 3! Cheers! I just got to Messman. I haven't opened the door yet, but yeah, I wish there was a way you could record the first Messman attempt. It is gated. Who are we fighting? The Godskin deer. Yo! CL Diddy! Hot Dio! Oh, Dio! I was unable to watch any matches today was unfortunately a very long day. But I will be tuning in for the round of 32 when that starts. But first things first, lads. Are y'all seeing this? Hey, I tell you what, you guys. We're gonna put up another shade before the last attempt. But I tell you what, Dio's just dropped the alley. And if we can get a total, listen to this. If we can get a total, I know it's late, but this is a tough challenge, and this is going to be a lot of water all at once. If we can get a total of 20 different people to simply put a W in the line, this is for Dio right here. 1, 2, 3, 20 different people put a W in the line to help me think not only Dio, not only DLC Ellie, not only Jake, not only Code 45 Domino, not only Righteous Earth. We will power it back up in honor of all those lads again. Let's show them some love. Let's see if we get it before the music goes. WS coming in from Kaya, John Cliff, Buka, the one man. Alright, Code 44, Daz, what up, Daz? Indian. Pinboy. C today. DLC Aniston. J91111. Dart. Jake. Dust for the whale. In this economy. Dr. Brian. Shortly. We need 4 more. 4 different people. Dio himself. 3 more. 3 more. There's 8 seconds left. Do we get it? Ooh. You know what? That is true, Kia. You dropped a W on the green app and on the paper app. We're gonna count them both. First things first. Count 35. With the second wheel driving, we're having a whale of a time. Count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Righteous Earth 10. 9, 7. Are we back? Are we back? I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I broke everything. I am so sorry. I am so fucking crazy, lad! This is the biggest fucking show of the night. We're gonna dedicate to some very Pacific individuals and some very Atlantic Swine Farm members. Righteous Oath by Bam. Jake the Donut with not one but two galleys. DLC Early, Galley. Dioza, Galley. And Coat 45, Dumadane. With not only one, but two weird items. Those are the Pacific people that we need to cheers to. But the Atlantic people is every single person in the live dropping the W's. We hit that 20. Insane shout out for Kia on multiple platforms making sure that we hit it. It was a big challenge. But this was a big shoey to double. In your honor, I've got one word and one word alone. Let's fucking go! I'm 35. I'm going to recommend SMA Fry. SMA for her, I barely even know her. Cheers, baby! Yo, what up, Shaggy? Got into the DLC and you run with the ring finger run. The ring finger run. I fucking love it, Lord. I fucking love it, yo. What's the talisman setup for that? Are you utilizing the ash sword? It's safe on, right? Safe on. It's the best thing I find for Hypeburn. You know, maybe it's just an Irish thing, but we always would use Alka-Seltzer for it, you know? Yo, all day! Bro, I'm so happy that you're here right now, because check it out. We just got cooked by the duo, and we decided with great cooks comes great responsibilities. And so we're doing our last attempt here of the night. And now that's all day, baby. 98 is here. Let me put it like this. I've got name mine on my date that we're gonna solo it. Last attempt. You guys, we gave our Pacific shout outs. We gave our Atlantic shout outs. We even gave an Indian shout out. For Indian Pinball, he was dropping the W's. I know the time for talk has passed. One word and one word alone. Let's fucking go. It's not much damage. It's not a lot better. I'll take him the good news, bro. Got the axe for charge attacks. Dragon Crest Great Shield. Ah, bro, you gotta shut out Alexander Max and just spam that ash word to really maximize the beam flicking. Dagger Talisman's also really nice with that one. NG flavor, I can't get around with that. The trade of all jocks, master of all jocks. Yeah, who the fuck is came here taking the Viking? Fireball, there's one in all and not a fucking Viking. I can't tell if this is getting better or worse than last week. Yeah, I need an RJ BBW. Right. I knew he's lurking, bro. Progress is a bit fast, a bit too tight. So it does feel faster.
Are you not entertained?
At least this setup,
Are you not entertained?
I am kind of forced to fight someone aggressively, which sometimes can be a good or a bad thing, honestly. Wait. We're gonna get back to the drawing board, lads. We might have to do some strategizing about this talisman setup with this weapon. We might have to dig deep on this one, you boys. We might have to. Sorry, but this way. We were. Hey, what up, Freddie lad? Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, I know. But no, we were, brother. But we were on our last attempt on the night. We had a few of them before that. We had a few. Oh, thanks for that. We had a few of them before that. We had a few of them. But this way, we had a few of them. Much to that, brother. Welcome in. You know, you guys, if you were rocking and raving, I know where it is, but I'm honored that you had a chance to join it out. I would like to know how the last day's PT came. You guys, if you're still alive, right now, I know it's super late. Do me a favor. Not anything from me. Not anything from me. But I was gonna ask if before we get out of here, we could all drop some HBDs, some happy birthdays in the live for Coach 45, Dumb and Down, whose birthday is today. Yeah. What kind of crazy thing? Yeah, we're trying to shout out this man before we get to it dropped in a well, diamond. Jynxi dropping in not one, but yo, look at the HBDs from Kaya, Nick, from Freddy T. Hans, from TSC LA, and the man of the Irish says, thank you for hitting me so right now, brother. Thank you. Hey, much love, Katie. Hey, I wasn't, you know, I wasn't clocking your time, but I did notice it was more than 2 hours, and I appreciate it. Much love, Kaden. Demon time with the HBDs. Yeah, look at this. Jake, John Donuts with the happy birthdays. Dink, Godfathers, Boyfather is winning out. Look at that. Butler Sway, customary salutes coming out from the man who owned his earrings as well. We got to send off Dumado in style here. Dumado himself with a whale diving. Look at that, bro. Ryu, you love it. John Craig, look at that. The 1 minute. Everyone's dropping HBDs. Nearly hit this thing. Yeah, you love to see it. Before we get to here, happy birthday again. Dumado, insane rare diving. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Jake. I almost never have that happen, but I feel like it was just so many so fast. I think it was a total of 5. I'd just boom boom. Insanely generous and so honored, Jake. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yo, who else is still alive? I want to thank you. There's DSC. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sits Riley, Demon Time, Step 6 Kid at Cliff. Yeah, if you're still here, shaggy daggy doo! Much love, let's go, Daz! Yo! After 3 hours of fighting Margaret, yo, with the bandit cave surge, Butler. With the bandit cave surge! Kaya, we love you, Koya! Hell yeah, Dave. Yeah, we always drop respect for you. Scale Nick! Bruce Shaggy! Hey. Butler, let me know, bro. You know what, mate? Hey, the Spike Fist is such a good one. Yeah, you really can't go wrong. Shit, yeah, you know what, Butler? We're playing it for you too. Big dubs. Level 1 red market, one of the toughest fights now. Yeah, later, Eli. Shout out, Eli. Been in top to start. Been in state to finish. Alex, this. Eli, love you, brother. Races. My first time tuning in to the Sweet Pack stream. It's been, you know what? Ray! We're burning a bit more, Lord. What an honor. Thank you so much for the kind words. Happy you chose to spend some of your Saturday with Avis here. For everyone I said Pacifically and everyone who Atlantically is watching or maybe fell asleep. Okay, Nick. Or maybe fell asleep. With great laborers come great responsibility. Hey, Ryu! Let's go!